Can't nobody move like us. 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 People. Can't nobody move like us. Can't nobody move like us. People. Can't nobody move like us. Can't nobody move like us. People. Can't nobody move like us. Can't nobody move like us. People. I know you heard what the pastor say. Better get the truth or you pass away. We can see the booths in the masquerade. Standing in the booth made of grass and hay. Strapping up the boots on the Saturday. Gathering the troops for the black and Asiatic indigenous people that was sacked by Spain. Now you know the language of your masters. Now you trying to buy up all your masters. Now they got your women while you master. Now you throwing kiddies in like Asta. Now you love your chains and you lack escape. Never saw a day when the blacks were great because they clever saw a way they could master face. If not them, then the facts are racist. Look at my back, never back the basis. I'm gone. Can't nobody move like us. 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 People. Can't nobody move like us. Can't nobody move like us. People. Can't nobody move like us. Can't nobody move like us. People. Can't nobody move like us. Can't nobody move like us. People. Methamphetamines in your veins. Couldn't see the spirit, so you ran into the pain. Couldn't fly with spirit, so you landed in the plane. With a liquor in the pills and the women give you gain. Running from the father, but he calling your name. Run a little father and you right back at the same. Nobody ever taught him that it's never gonna change. Till he turn back to the east, never go back to your ways. Used to feel like the bag could save me. Used to smoke trees and relax, but lately I really found peace when I passed the bacon. And I live by these things, so I passed the bacon. In the word, not Pastor Mason, not led by God. Most pastors Masons, most pastors faking. No pastor vacant, no classes to show those masters Nathan on God. Peculiar people, peculiar people. Peculiar people, peculiar people. Peculiar people, peculiar people.
Big Joe.
Peculiar people, peculiar people.
Can't nobody move like us. Can't nobody do it like us. They ain't really brew like us. Who would've ever thought it'd be us? Cause they ain't been through it like us. They don't keep the law like us. They ain't outlaws like us. They ain't strong like us. On the block like us. Give a hope to the community. Kill the separation, we just focus on the unity. Every 7 standing on the corner with the catchery. We don't even need a bunch of brothers, give me 2 or 3. Give me 20 minutes and I'll teach you your identity. Keep an open mind and listen up and maybe you will see. Ooh, these are the nations, they want your salvation. They don't give a damn about what we've been through. They would not tell you the chosen is you. So come follow me, I'll teach you how to move.
Peculiar people, peculiar people. Peculiar people, peculiar people. Peculiar people, peculiar people. Peculiar people, peculiar people.
It means so much more when it's pure. Stolen identity. When the father not your arm, you got limited reach. Still in the streets, Roman soldiers killing the sheep. The Almighty watching close as he sits in the seat. The shepherds beside him. There's an angel with a book who chose to believe and who never decided. In the belly of them ships with a special assignment. I know it's chains on us now, but it's heaven inside us. A generation that'll do what we never accomplished. Returning to the words that he said in his promise. In captivity with Torah, spreading his knowledge through faith in Hamashiach, cause his message is honest. There'll be platforms where they can reach millions. Daniel 12 verse 4, a great revealing, a great awakening. Rise, don't stay asleep, children. The solid rock is your foundation. Keep building. One by one, back on the Father's time. The sun and the moon bear witness, Abba providing signs. Changing the times and laws, witness they idols rise. Constantinian rules, but we gon' silence the lies. How to survive, you gon' make it if Abba's your guide. Identity crisis, Ruach, breathe life in the tribes. Put your vices aside and let righteousness thrive. Made in his likeness, ain't no dimming the light that's inside. Good or evil, Abba gave us the right to decide. Plan B, already had a sacrifice to provide. 2 BC, you couldn't miss it, a sight in the sky. A star headed east from Shinar, he finally arrived. Year 4000, a virgin gave life to the vine. Deliverance for captives, sight to the blind. I'm convinced it's the spirit that's writing these rhymes. Jacob's ladder, just imagine the height you could climb.
Man, I've been waiting all day to get in this book. Let's get it. Where we at? Proverbs.
It means so much more when it's pure. You can tell when it's inspired by the spirit. 22 letters as I open up this scroll. Could've asked for anything, but you want wisdom. That's impressive, he gon' trust you with his riches. Come to this wedding, bring your all, he about to visit. Don't know what's coming, I just know it feel different. 60 seconds to midnight, the last minute. Yeah, this that music you can fast to, study to this. I pray it's motivation for my brother and sis. Forgive your enemies, they know not what they do. Cause really they don't know who they coming against. Let's study. Wisdom is the principal thing. I read the book, close up the scriptures and think. This off the top of my head. Let the spirit speak. Just saying what I think off the top. I constantly see when I'm moving forward. Narrow path. And the Father showed us where we going through the prophets. They spoke thousands of years ago. Fast forward, now here we go. Look at us, we becoming ancient. Look at the looks on my brothers' faces. Can't believe we really here and that we living this. No more pride, no more bitterness. Training our children up in the way that they should go. Maintain your innocence. Do his commandments with diligence. We stepped out on faith and we've been winning since. Yeah. If you lost your way, just start at Genesis.
Yes, Lord, dearly departed, we are gathered here today in the sight of God and in the sight of man, and we got a plan for the money. All right. Now I know you brothers and sisters, you've been listening to me sing all day. You know I can go all day long. Ain't that right, sister? There's somebody out there in the choir, out there in the audience that might have a word for you. Huh? Do you got a word? Do you got a word?
Oh, I've been in my feelings for a while about you and how you teach all my people about the lies and not the truth. You know, it stresses me out mentally. Yeah. It vexes my soul spiritually. So I decided for myself to study hard to show thyself approved, the guy rightly dividing the word of truth. I know we all make mistakes, confess your faults and get it straight. Believe it or not, God is really waiting on you. Found out our Israelite from the 12, and that's a tribe. Fringes on ribbon of blue, yeah. Keep a beard on my face. Found out God has a race. And do you even have a clue? The fear of the Lord is keeping his laws. And that's how you give him praise.
Okay, give him praise. Okay, brother. Shut the hell up, okay? All right, now okay. All right. Now, sister, sit down, calm down. We gonna stop this shit right now. Okay, listen. All right, everybody just empty your pockets, okay? Empty your pockets. Deacon Gerald, get this nigga up out of here. You lost your damn mind? Nigga talking about if you don't get something like, well, I tell you what, man, like these people up in here that do anything they want.
Woke up this morning, I got up and prayed. I'm thanking the Lord for another good day. I kept it simple, no need to explain. Yeah. The devil thought he had me, I got away. Yeah. Don't it feel good when you've been in his presence? Yeah. Walking with him ain't no second guessing. Yeah. Some call it love, but I call it a blessing. Yeah. He give me peace, ain't no need to be stressing. He never gave up on me. His promises he'll always keep. He paid the price just for me, yeah. Gave him my all, now I'm free. Woke up this morning, I got up and prayed. Thanking the Lord for another good day. I kept it simple, no need to explain. Never thought he had me, I got away. Yeah. Don't it feel good when you're in his presence? Yeah. Walking with him ain't no second guess. Yeah. Somebody love, but I call it a blessing. Yeah. He give me peace, ain't no need to be stressing. He never gave up on me. His promises he'll always keep. He paid the price just for me. Gave him my all, now I'm free. Woke up this morning, I got up and prayed. I'm thinking your love for another good day. I kept it simple, no need to explain. Never thought he had me, I got away.
Brother, y'all think got bars, man. He got bars. But he always making slow music, man. I want to pray to his music and meditate. He can't get hype, man. Sometimes I want to get hype for the Lord. Come on, man.
Blood on the post, blood on the blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the blood on the post. Blood on the post, blood on the blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the blood on the post, blood on the post, keeping them close. Man, we got fringes and seats on the clothes. Me and my brothers ain't sleeping, we reading the secrets. The deepest you've been is the ocean. Now we've been swimming in waters that's deeper than rivers to Jordan. We creeping up on them. It's the 14th of the month. Bone Thugs one day late for the show. Oh. Ain't never been out, ever since Redderman, Redder Pen Pals. You too late, you let them in now. We like veterans, because that's power. These secrets only come through steady, no regrets. We walk through water like Jesus. We raising the dead, you see this. Look at this evening pose. Blood on the post, blood on the blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the blood on the post. Blood on the post, blood on the blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the blood on the post.
We holding post, chopping up doctors, they ain't coming close. They had the 3 strikes like I wanted Franco. We're Rochelle toast, wisdom is better than silver and gold. This water is knocking down wicked Pharaoh. Can't swim through the sea, made it fumble too slow. Pharaoh was sober-minded, think he can and go. Escape on a starry night, Victor Van Gogh. Living good unchained like what's your Django. Strippers down in the hood, now they wanna tango. Death angels coming close, so watch your back, bro. Watch your back, bro. We grilling that lamb, we gon' eat that. That bread, bitter herb, we gon' eat that. Doing this till you how I come and see that. We that. Oh.
Blood on the post. Blood on the blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the blood on the post. The Pesach and Nissan. We found faith in Misraim. We got to be strong. Walking through water, pray we don't sink. Strapped up, boots tight. Walking upright, boy, we don't lean. 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 Walking upright, we see that. Blood on the post. 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 Blood on the post.
Shalom, shalom, everybody. Shalom, family. Shalom. Hey, welcome back. Shalom, everybody. Shalom, brothers. All right. Want to say first, before we get started, we're going to first give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Amashiach, Yahweh Shai. Want to thank everyone for being here this morning on this great Shabbat morning. Also, let's do this. Let's, because I know Captain Aharon does this all the time. I want people in the chat who are here now. Matter of fact, as you come in the room, like, share, subscribe, and also put the Tawada Yahwehs in the chat. Let's get those going before we continue. Get the Tawada Yahwehs in the chat. All right. And this is a great morning, everybody. This is a great morning. Hope everyone is feeling good, refreshed. This is the day of rest. So that's what we are supposed to be doing. But hey, we're gonna bring this word out though, right? Let me go around and see how the brothers are doing. Officer Benjamin, how you doing? How you feeling this morning, brother?
Shalom, man. It's been a while. It was the brew. Now we talking about barbershop, man. Y'all, I gotta get a cut real quick. You know what I'm saying? A little trim up and stuff. So let's get to it, man. Let's get to it.
All praises. Soldier Kawal.
You already know what it is, Adawan. We in the building again for Barbershop Talk, man. Right. This is one of my favorite classes because we get to sit and talk with the people and have the people actually talk back to us.
That's right.
Participate, y'all. We're going to be bringing out these topics and everything. We're going to be talking about the state of what's going on in the world to this day. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be bringing out a lot of stuff, and we want to get you guys input. Never minding the fact that we're also going to be bringing out scriptures just as well. You know what I'm saying? So be prepared for that. Bring your Bibles, bring your energy, bring your participation, get your family in front of the screens. Let's sit down and let's have a good talk, man, because it's a lot of breaking news and it's a lot of things that haven't been brought to the forefront because I know we're all seeking after Yahweh Shai and serving the Most High and things. But these are some things we got to talk about, man. We got to talk about some stuff, and y'all are going to be shocked if you haven't heard none of this stuff yet. Shalom.
Go ahead.
One more, just add to Brother Kowal's point, right? I'm just trying to find who's the best bob up in him, man. I need a cut. You know what I mean? Let's see who's the best bob up in this, because I don't trust any and everybody now. Let me see who's the best bob up in him. My first time in the shop.
I got a few skills, you know. I cut my boys. I get a lot of practice with cutting.
We got you out of while.
Yeah, I got a brother who's a licensed barber though too. So,
but he in Michigan. I know why.
Yeah, he up here in Michigan. Yeah, it'd be a 4-hour drive for you, brother. All right, all praise. Hey, before we get started, let me go ahead and review a few things, give a few announcements out. Hey, check it out. Any brothers who are wanting to do the work, put their brick in with AHOS. You can do so by sending us your interest through email at anointedhos@gmail.com. Make sure in the subject line you put prospect phase so we'll know and we can get that information to you as soon as we start the next prospect phase. Also, any sisters who are wanting to help the brothers in this congregation to build, to get the kingdom back, we need your support also. So sisters, if you want to help, if you want to be a part of the sisters ministry, do the same by sending us your interest through email. Again, that's anointedhos@gmail.com. All right. Also, I want to pull up something because I do this usually on Milk Mondays. Let's pull up our calendar of events, right? Or I should say our feast day calendar, 2025, right? Next feast day is coming up. It will be this month. That's the Feast of Trumpets on September 21st. Please, everyone, stay tuned because we'll be having a class on that. So be aware and be ready for that, for the Feast of Trumpets. All right. Also, I believe the new moon is also on that same day. Am I seeing that right? Seventh moon?
Yep. God.
Seventh moon also. So hey, so it's gonna be a double pleasure, all right, for us to memorialize, to come together, to fellowship. It's gonna be a great time in the Most High. So be looking forward for that. All right. So hey, today's topic, right? This is Sabbath morning brew. I see the water Yahweh's in the chat. All praises. This is Sabbath morning brew, barbershop talk, right? This is a series, the barbershop talk series. We're gonna be talking about breaking news and current events, especially those things that apply to what we need to be paying attention to, right? I know that I've talked with the brothers here just through the week about the things that are going on with America, the things that are going on in the world, and how they affect us as a people, how we should move. You know, we got to be aware of these signs and the things that are going on while we are in this captivity. So we're going to go ahead and get started with that. Also, any brothers and sisters like I was going to say Captain Officer Kowal had brought out. I had brought out about participation, right? So if you have any input on these topics that we're bringing up, we will pull you up. We'll put a link in the chat. You can come up and you can participate and give your input, right? Brothers and sisters, also make sure you got your notepads, right? Can't see it. There you go. Make sure you got check it out. Make sure you got your Bible. All right. Make sure you got pens, highlighters, and markers because precepts will be coming out as we go through this class today. So without further ado, y'all can go ahead and get it started. Bring it on out. I think, Kowal, if you want to go ahead and bring out the things that's going on in the world, the breaking news that is pertinent for us to pay attention to, right? So y'all have it.
All praises to the Most High. I will by Shema Mashiach Yahushua. Definitely want to go ahead and bring some things to our attention. I'm not too sure, you know, like I said, we've been in the hustle and bustle trying to make things happen and everything, but you do know, if you have been paying attention, I do want to talk about this. Donald Trump has gone on ahead and has put the National Guard, the Army, and the Marines in 3 cities. One in New York. They got a good amount of people in New York. I want to say anywhere in between 600 to 700 soldiers. In Chicago, I want to say it's about anywhere in between 400 to 500 or something like that, somewhere around that range, soldiers. And they've also just released soldiers out in DC here over the past week and a half. And these are some of the major cities where a lot of issues, I'm going to say, for lack of a better term, is going on or whatever. And, you know, it's, I guess, to make more of a policing effort in regards to those particular cities and everything. But let's be honest here about this, right? Why do you think that is actually going on? Why is that actually happening? You know, Trump is not doing this for nothing. He's not doing this for nothing. And it's just all a ploy and a setup for the things that are getting ready to come. It's like, it's almost like a pilot setup. Like when everything comes down the pipeline, this is how we're going to react, right? Mm-hmm. So I want to know from the people, man, what do y'all think about that? You know, DC is right up 95 for me, like a good hour to an hour and a half drive right up the road. You know, and they are in DC right now, and it's a lot that's going on. It's been a big deployment, and the other cities, New York and Chicago, you know, all of this stuff that's going on right now, man. It's a lot of things that's happening with all of this. I want to know from the people, what do y'all think? Like, what do you think is actually going on right now? You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and chime in. I got Miss Johanna Israel, Mother Israel here. Shalom, Sister Shalom. She's saying because of the crime. And that's a natural fact. But when we look at that standpoint, who's the ones that's creating the crime? And in what neighborhoods is that going on in? Where are they really deploying those soldiers?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Now, I want to make a point on. Yeah, I want to make a point on that too, because when you think about it, this isn't something new. This is just something that's been exaggerated, right? We can go back to the time of the 80s. Those who are old enough to remember the 80s and the fight against drugs. I think President Reagan was president at that time, and his wife Nancy Reagan was the one that led the coalition called what was it called? It had the "Don't Do Drugs" or something. Had the little
the DARE program. It was an acronym.
Before the DARE program, they had something like "Don't do drugs, don't use drugs." I can't
something like remember. That. Yep.
But let's understand how. Let's understand how. Right. Let's understand how that worked, though. Right. So the drugs get funneled in from, let's say, South America. You know what I'm saying, or whatever, Central America. They get funded, or they get flooded over into the Americas, right? But the major areas that they sent it to was what neighborhoods? It was our neighborhoods. And then they said, look, we're going to go and fight against these drugs. But what did they do? Did they fight against getting the drugs out, or did they actually come and arrest our brothers and sisters? Right? That was the ploy to cause us to be caught up, right? In these poor neighborhoods, you know, in the ghettos and the hoods of America. They poured the drugs into the environment, and they ended up what? Instead of having a plan to eliminate the drugs, which is what their front was, you know, let's get rid of drugs, don't do drugs. But in the process, they locked up a lot of brothers and sisters. And not only that, that took fathers out the homes, right? That caused more single parent homes in the communities, right? Which eventually debilitates the neighborhood or the community, right? So we have to understand this is another form of the same thing, right? There's nothing new under the sun, as the scriptures say. We see the same thing happening, and it's actually being pointed towards our people, right? The so-called black and brown of our communities, right? Because that's where you find us. When any city you go into, you're going to find the brothers, the black and so-called black and brown brothers in them same communities together, right? And what did that do? That also caused a shift. When you move up to the 90s, you had Joe Biden draft up a bill, right? Which was, I think it was a 3 strikes, you're out. It was during the time of Clinton, right? That bill was drawn up by President Biden. And that meant that if your third time offense, you were out of there. You were out of there, yo. You know what I'm saying? For small crimes, like I'll give you an example. In Michigan back in those times, if you got caught with marijuana, right, 3 times, that's 25 to life off of marijuana. Right. But guess what? Marijuana is now legal. Recreational marijuana is legal in Michigan now. Mm-hmm. You see that? Right. So they accomplished their plan. During the same time, they were producing private prisons. And right now, the prison population is overloaded of our people, right? Over 2 million? Right, go ahead.
Yes.
Let's get a little preset going off, right? Just to set the tone. Let's get the book of Psalms chapter 83, verse 3.
That's right. And like we said, brothers and sisters, this is participation. This is not our regular type of teaching class. It is a teaching, it is a lesson, but it's also participation. Anyone, matter of fact, let me go ahead and put the link in the chat so that we can, you brothers and sisters who may want to come up on and give your input or comments, or even give your scriptures to support all this that's going on, right? Let's do that. I believe the link is in the chat. Chat. So any brothers or sisters that want to come on, this is your time to shine. You know, if you ever wanted to say anything, you can come on now. But go on, let's get that precept out.
God, it's the book of Psalms, chapter 83, started at verse 3. And it reads, They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones.
Right. So just what Adonai was saying, right? These are things in the Senate. They go before the Congress and everything. They're setting up laws. They know at the time who were the ones really doing the drugs and the other things at the time. It was our people, because we were downtrodden, and that's what we were turning to in order to endure our captivity, right? So they knew that them setting rules like this was a way to get rid of us for the long term, because it's a high probable chance that we will do it 3 times, you know? So keep reading on, verse 4.
Verse 4, they have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
Right? So you're taking us out of the society now. You got brothers and sisters behind bars because of the things that they were practicing, like smoking marijuana, even doing just petty crimes, like, you know, whatever. Not saying that these were good things that they were doing, but still, right? It was a targeted assault against our people. That's why they were so. And what they do, they go up in their Congress houses, they go up into their senates, and they say, "Hey, we need to draft a bill that's going to get at these demographics of people, right? Because we know that the people of God are amongst these people." Right? So let's basically eradicate this whole problem right now by doing what they do most, and it's talking about the drugs, the alcohol, whatever that may fuel the crimes that they could prosecute, right? Finish with verse 5.
Verse 5, for they have consulted together with one consent, they are confederate against thee.
Ain't none of them innocent, because when they go up in Congress, they gotta pass votes, right? They gotta say all in favor. How many in favor of this bill? How many in favor of that bill? You understand? And it may have been some of our own against us too, because they represent the parties that are pushing these same bills and influences into the law of this country, right? So, and even they won't even be innocent, because they've become confederate against their own people. And that's a sad sight to see, right? I mean, I was a baby probably during that time, but still, it's a sad sight to see that because of our captivity, even ourselves turns against ourselves. Sad, but I'm gonna yield. Let's see what you got to say about it.
That's huge, man. That's huge. That's huge. Just bringing that precept out. The very next verse in that precept lets you know who is doing what. And it says, verse 6, the tabernacles of Edom.
Right.
Like, how can you not, when the Most High said these things, how can you not pay attention to it? I'm gonna touch on this too. It's kind of crazy how they did stuff, right? First, they ripped you from where you were, brought you over here on ships, made you work free labor in their fields, made you build up the country, and still treated you 3/5 of a man when they made the Constitution, then turn around and call themselves celebrating independence when you were never independent. Mind you, Independence Day just passed. Then turned around and called themselves making up holidays like Labor Day. That just passed. But Labor Day had nothing to do with us, right? Then on top of that, they call themselves putting you in certain sectors after this supposed freedom happened, put you in the ghettos, and then put the drugs right where you live and say you're committing the crimes because of it. But mind you, we don't own any of those fields. We didn't plant that stuff. We don't own anything. We don't own textile farms. We don't own poppy fields. We don't own anything as a people. But they say you're the cause of America's problems. It's crazy. It is absolutely nuts how they set us up. And our people who don't get into this truth, who don't follow the law, statutes, and commandments, fall right into the trap. And then you have brothers and sisters like us that is trying to express the truth to them, and now they're not trying to hear it. It's crazy and diabolical how they operate and put you in a position and say, you're the problem. And then got the nerve to say, hey, pull up your bootstraps. and make your way.
Hey, Salakia, I want to touch on what Zebulon said, right? Where it says, still no reparations, but Black America loves their ways. That's why they ain't gonna do it. And if they did do it, we'd be so destroyed we wouldn't even know what to do with it.
Exactly.
You understand? That's why they taking so long. They trying to destroy us mentally, physically, spiritually, so that we have no foundation, even if they gave us that reparation. Because basically what we're saying is, yes, give us back all of the pain and suffering that we've gotten in a monetary form, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we have been so far removed from that so-called pain of suffering that our forefathers had went through, to whereas you're not going to see us build a Tulsa again. You're not going to see us build a what's it called, Redwood? What's the name of that place?
Rosewood.
Down in Georgia. Rosewood. You don't see no Rosewood happening. You understand? We're not going to do that. What you're going to see now is us. Oh, look at my Lambo's black. My rims are too. You understand? Or we got chains galore. All gold in my mouth. That's what you're gonna see. Because our mentality will be suffering now because we're not grounded in the words of the Most High. You understand? Right. The words of the Most High is freedom. Right? Let's go to Isaiah. Right? Isaiah 61.
That's the spirit.
Right.
I had that precept. That's the spirit. Isaiah chapter 61, verse. What is it again? Other one.
Verse 1. Sorry if I'm talking.
Kind. It's the book of Isaiah chapter 61 and verse 1. The spirit of the Lord God is upon me, because the Lord have anointed me to preach.
Hold on. Oh, so I can read that. The spirit of the Lord is upon me. You see, it starts off, the spirit of the Lord. Is the spirit of the Lord upon all of our people right now? No.
See?
The spirit of the Lord is not upon everybody. So what is reparations going to do for us if the spirit of the Lord is not upon us to use it correctly? You know what I mean? I don't get it, but keep going, King. Spirit of the Lord is upon me, what?
Because the Lord have anointed me to preach good tidings unto the meek.
Hold on. No, Esau and their government has anointed me to preach good tidings upon the meek. You sure that I didn't say that? Did I say that again?
It says, because the Lord have anointed me to preach good tidings unto the meek.
So the Lord has anointed me, right? We're hoping and praying for a nation that took us into captivity over 400 years ago to do good to us now. Reparations, yeah, it can be a great thing to get a lump sum of money and everything. But what they're doing right now is this. You look at Trump's economy right now. He is tanking everything. I went to the grocery store to pick up 7 items. 7. I ended up paying $53. His economy right now is tanking. But yet to him, this is the best we've ever done. This is the best we've ever done. Right? It's amazing, this economy. It's amazing. No, it is not. Right? So, and like I said, Zebulon brought up a good point, but we can't use it right now because we're destroyed as a people. They've taken that crafty counsel against us, right? Because we can't come together as a people, right? Hold that point. Let's go to Zephaniah 2 and 1. I believe that's what I want. Is it 2 and 1?
Zephaniah chapter 2 and verse 1.
Yep.
And that reads,
that's what I want.
Gather yourselves together, yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
We're a nation not desired. Well, that's why Esau and Amalek and Ishmael, they could sit up in Congress and pass laws that ain't in their best benefit. You understand? We are a nation not desired, but here's the thing, right? Even with the reparations, we can't even gather ourselves together properly. When we're all together with one another in the mind state that we're at, it can be about 10 shootings, 5 robberies. You understand? You know,
Yep.
it's gonna be hella drugs at the party, and I'm not just talking about weed. You know, they can be having Zans and perks and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? These are the things that we cannot handle as a nation right now, right? Get me Hosea 4:8, right? Because here's the thing, we as a nation, we're destroyed. But this is why we come on day in and day out. This is why we hit Saturday morning brew, and we are trying to call our people back to the marriage that the Most High has set up for us, right? So, first of all, for us even to get reparations at this point, after the crafty counsel that Esau has set up against us, right? We have to get back to the words of the Most High, right? And Kawhi, why you getting the 4 and 8? Hey, I don't want. Could you get me Job 28 and 28? What? Right? Because it's crazy. We come day in, day out, and we show our people that the law is life. The law is our way out. The law is our wisdom. Right? The law will teach us all things, right? But we have to hold on to her. Let her be our schoolmaster. Right? Let her be our teacher. Right? You got the Hosea, King?
God. It's the book of Hosea, chapter 4 and verse 8, and it reads, they eat up the sin of my people, and they set their...
That's not what I want. I like that. Let's see what I'm going.
I
wanted my people to perish. That's what I wanted. I want my people to perish. But let's see what this one's saying. Let's see what this
is. Con, I got that. Hosea chapter 4 and 8. It reads, they eat up the sin of my people, and they set their heart on their iniquity.
That's the spirit. That is the spirit, because I'm gonna mark that one down on my sword, because that's exactly what's going on. That's exactly, look at the Most High moving, right? Read it one more time, because this is the point we'll be talking about right here.
God. Verse 8.
I'm gonna cap say that I knew that one. I'm gonna cap.
It reads, they eat up the sin of my people, and they set their heart on their iniquity.
So that law, that 3-strike law, is them eating us up, because they know we're bound to go against their laws. They know we're going to break those laws that they set up in place, right? They are retroactive laws. They are laws after they see a sociological pattern. They're going to set it up that these are the people most prone to do drugs. So we're going to set up a law to combat these group of people from doing those things. It's a retroactive law. It needs to see a cause to get an effect, right? And that's crazy. So now the fact that they saying that is Hosea 4 and 6, not 8, but I all praise to the Most High for giving me for me slapping and say that 8, right? Let's read Hosea 4 and 6, right?
4 and 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
Nah, they're not destroyed. You sure they said it says destroyed?
My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
We are destroyed. But where's our knowledge coming from? Not the schools. That ain't where our knowledge is supposed to be coming from. We are a set apart people, above all people on the face of the earth. Where's our knowledge coming from? If we are above all people on the face of the earth, where's our knowledge coming from? Our knowledge has to be coming from a source that is over all, a power that is over all, that no one on this earth outside of us could even begin to start to fathom, right? This has to be a power that's intimate with us, right? But our knowledge is corrupted, right? So let's hold that. Get that precept I asked you for, Adon.
Khan, so we got the book of Job, chapter 28 and verse 28. And it reads, and unto man he said, behold, the fear of the Lord, that is wisdom, and to depart from evil is understanding.
Oh, Slakia, the one you in the matrix on my side. Slakia.
Oh, I didn't know. Can you hear me now?
Oh, Slakia.
I
No,
can
I
hear you
think
on my end. I
my
don't want you
connection
good.
probably is failing a little bit. I think it's me. I think it's me because I'm looking at the bars on my thing and it's low. Let's try it again.
Can I be heard? Let me look this up.
Yeah, Khan.
All right, Khan. This is the book of Job, chapter 28.
Yeah.
The book of Job, chapter 28 and verse 28. And unto man he said, behold, the fear of the Lord, that is wisdom, and to depart from evil is understanding.
So the fear of the Lord, that is wisdom, right?
That's right.
But we perish for a lack of knowledge. So in order for you to have wisdom, you have to have knowledge first, right?
God.
And then in the practicing of the knowledge, you gain understanding, right? And when you have the understanding, the longevity of your understanding presents your wisdom. So following after the law, statutes, and commandments is a practice, right? We have to understand knowledge first. But how we can understand it when we're rejecting it? Stop eating pork. No, boy, this pork is too good, bro. I like bacon bits on my sandwich, or I like bacon bits on my salad. I like bacon bits on my fries, right? Stop eating the seafood boils. Well, I can't put the butter and the sauce and all that stuff on my food. That's crazy, right? They don't want to understand knowledge. They don't want to practice it, right? This is why, again, crafty counsel. That's what that gives room for crafty counsel to be put against us because we have no knowledge of what they're doing. You understand? So, like, how is it now? How are we going to rise as a people, right? If we don't even have a direction. There's a scripture that says, without a vision, the people perish, right? I forget what that one is. I think that's in Psalms. I think that one's in Psalms. Either Psalms or Proverbs, one of them, right? But the people perish because they have a lack of knowledge. They have no vision. I brought this out on a Friday class, right? Traits of leadership. And one of the traits was a vision, right? But then we have to have integrity. There's no integrity with our people. That integrity goes back to keeping the commandments. But we reject knowledge, so we can never have integrity. Because our integrity will sway like the wind. You understand? Because we have no foundations to put our integrity on. You understand? And then the third one was accountability. We always blame somebody. You know what I'm saying? It's the white man's fault. It's the Arab man's fault that we can't do this. It's everybody else's fault but us.
Right.
That's the thing right there. We have no accountability as a nation. You know, the Most High don't deal with us on an individual level, you know, right? In terms of us being Israel, he don't deal with us. He punishes everybody because he set up a law in place that we are not supposed to allow our brothers to be in sin.
That's right.
That's Leviticus 19 and 17. We're not supposed to suffer sin upon nobody. So guess what?
Right.
All as a collective, we are responsible for one another. So we have to be accountable for one another. But if we don't have the integrity, pursuant to Ezekiel 3 and 17, down to 18, guess what? We can get jammed up. We will get jammed up. Right? Now, I'm saying this. I came in for a cut. I need someone to start, you know. I need a chair to sit in. So I'm gonna yield on that point, man. Yeah, you guys got it.
Now, go ahead, Kawal. Get back to your point. I think he had bounced off of your point.
Yeah, he did, and that was a tremendous downfall.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, these precepts coming out. Thank you. You just reminded me of something. Go ahead.
Yes, indeed. Hey, shout outs to my brother Artes in the chat, man. He's backing that precept up with Job 28 and 28 with Psalms 111 and 10. He backed that up. And that reads, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. A good understanding have all they that do his commandments. His praise endure forever. You have a great understanding if you do his commandments. And you have Christians that'll sit and say, oh, you ain't got to do those commandments no more because we're saved by the blood of the Lamb. But at the end of the book, it also says,
right.
You see what I'm saying? It also says that you also have to still do the commandments and have faith in what the Lord has done for us. But they don't want to read that. They want to believe. It's like being loyal to a doctrine. You're just loyal to a doctrine. You're not loyal to what thus saith the Lord said. You know what I'm saying? And that makes bad Bible every time. But just to get back on this point here, God, right. But just to get back to this subject, I just pulled up this article that was just released yesterday. And as I stated before, they have these troops that is in New York. They have troops that is in Chicago, and they have troops that is in DC. I just found this article that basically Trump is ramping up his threats to send the National Guard into cities across the U.S. even after a federal judge ruled against his use of troops in Los Angeles.
It's a lot. Do you have that where we can all see it, or are you just reading from a?
Yes, it's on my laptop. I couldn't pull it to the phone.
It's on your laptop.
Yeah,
are you able to? I don't know if you're able to share or not. Are you able? Do you see anywhere where you can present?
No.
You could probably dip into the platform on your laptop too. Could you?
I mean, let me do this. I'm gonna go ahead and send it. I'm gonna send it into the YouTube chat and see if we can pull it up that way.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have where I can share it. Actually, you know what? Here's how we'll do this here. Because this is very interesting because now it's already announcing about other cities now that he's getting ready to ramp in.
Is it from a website particular that you're on?
Yeah, it's on a website. I just put it in the chat, www.npr.org. Adawan, if you could pick that up and see if we could pull that up for the people to see.
Which chat line was that again? Slack, yeah. And you said
it's in the YouTube chat. It's in the YouTube chat.
I don't think I have that one. YouTube or the barbershop.
Yeah, right on the class currently.
Or the shop.
Okay, gotcha. Let me go.
Oh, on the YouTube channel. Oh, what we're on right now.
Yeah,
okay.
kind of.
Oh, Slack. Okay, got you. I don't see it.
It's the last comment.
Okay, got you.
Shalom, Josiah in the building.
Yo, shalom 2 times, man. Salakia for my tardiness, man.
It's all good. It's all good. It's all good, Malak. Gone.
Well, it's good to see you, man. It's been a minute, man, for sure.
And likewise, King. Likewise. Glad everybody in good health, good spirits, man. Let's push this word out.
Yeah,
I
don't see it. So
it's okay.
Let me see.
If the people in the YouTube chat currently right now can see that article, go ahead and pull it up and read for yourself. Definitely. I'm just going to read a couple of excerpts out of it where it's talking about things here. And there's some added extra cities that's been put in here that I did not know. So federal judge in San Francisco found that Trump's deployment of National Guard troops to LA in June to respond to protests against immigrant raids violated the Passe Comitatus Act, which limits the use of the military for domestic law enforcement purposes. The ruling, which the Trump administration can appeal, only applies in California, and it has not stopped Trump from discussing the potential deployment of troops in Chicago, which they've already been released in, but also in Baltimore and New Orleans for public safety purposes.
Real quick,
Crazy.
real quick, King, is that on NBC, BBC? What website is that on that you?
This is on www.npr.org.
It's on NPR.
Okay. NPR.org.
What's September the title 5th, of it?
How September 5th article, how Chicago, Baltimore, and New Orleans are reacting to Trump's National Guard threats.
Okay. All right, here I found it. I found it. Okay, let me see if I can do this. See if I can do this real quick. We gonna bring it on. We're gonna try and bring this on up. Tell me if this is it.
I have another link. I'll put it in our chat.
All right, so we got it. Can everybody see that?
Yep.
Okay, I don't know where you left off reading, but all right, there we go.
Hey, Adawan, real quick for a moment. Can you scroll back up to that picture? I want to point something out.
Absolutely.
I want to see if the people can notice something in this picture too.
Right.
Do y'all see what I'm seeing?
Absolutely.
The fairy people?
He said the fairy, huh?
It's crazy. It's crazy. They're out here protesting. And if you take a look in this picture, you do not see not one military personnel in sight in that entire picture.
Mm-hmm.
Nowhere. But I can guarantee you this. They're out somewhere in the ghettos. They've been taking up residence in some of these police stations. They're there. But in these protests that you see, that little flag being waved, yeah, they're not bothering those people. They're not bothering them.
Sometimes I look at these situations to say that, they're putting on a front.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think when I see these particular people out here protesting that something that's really affecting our people, this is just a front. That's just my personal opinion. Sometimes, because we've seen the same thing during, the civil rights movement when you had, Martin Luther King marching, and they're locked, walking down whatever certain cities, whether in the South, and you see some so-called the J people, the Wish people, right, walking along with them as if they're in support, right? But did anything change? No, nothing changed, right? Nothing changed. So this the same that it was then is the same now. I mean, everything is a little bit more exaggerated now because we are in these last days and things are going to get worse and worse. But as you can see in this picture right here, they're protesting and saying National Guard and ICE. You notice they added the ICE out of Chicago as if they're trying to support, but I don't really think. And here's the thing. They have the flags, the rainbow flags, right? A lot of those people support everything else that we're not supposed to support. And we're not supposed to be a part of anyway, right? So we're really, we're running a race that will never win because of who we want to have tag along with us or support us in our struggle, right? But that's all.
Exactly. Right. Go ahead and scroll down a little bit, Adawan, to the second paragraph under that advertisement.
All right. Let me also blow it up a little bit here. See if I can blow it up a little bit more. Is that a little better?
Yeah, gone.
Okay. Right here on Tuesday? Is that where you want?
Let me see. Yeah, that's where I just read that. Go under the advertisement. Scroll down. Yep. Right about there.
Okay.
Where it says, well, we're going in.
Okay.
Yep. And it reads, well, we're going in. I didn't say when we're going in. Trump said of Chicago at a Tuesday press conference, this isn't a political thing. I have an obligation. Trump knows what he's doing. That's just a mask for him saying, yeah, I'm sending them troops regardless if y'all like it or not. Those troops are already out there in Chicago as we speak. And they're giving word to actually go ahead and press with law enforcement to quell any quote unquote protests that's supposed to be happening. It goes on to read, a U.S. official who spoke on the condition of anonymity because they were not authorized to speak publicly has since confirmed to NPR that the Department of Homeland Security has requested assistance from the Pentagon for ICE enforcement and removal operations in the Chicago metropolitan area.
You know, that's crazy to me, though. So how many different departments do they have against us? You got the Department of Homeland Security, you got ICE, you got already the police that are already in our communities, and now you have the National Guard. Like, how much do they need? Like, they're just stacking and stacking and stacking and stacking to hunt our steps, right?
Hey,
So, matter of fact, somebody, go ahead.
Oh, if you was about to get a precept, stay on your point, Kim.
Well, I was gonna say, get the one where it says they hunt our steps. I'm thrown off on that right now. To where that
okay, kind of. So I'll add to that point while someone gets the precept, right? So, just the other day, right, I was informed that ICE had raided an EV battery plant down in Georgia, right, and about 400 people got arrested. Now, mind you, a lot of them were Moab, right? But I have experience at these type of sites because I work at one, right? And the contractors that they hire are most of the time Northern Kingdom, right? You always have Issachar and Asher and Slakia and who else? Zebulon there, right? You got all of them there. And some reports I heard, literally when ICE came up in a full-on raid, right? A lot of the Northern Kingdom, they were using saws to get up out of the compound. They literally, because they could not go through the regular exits, they had to literally cut holes, like the cartoons, cut a hole and go through it to try to escape.
Wow!
Because a lot of these plants, they're in remote areas. They put them into far areas outside of cities, and they're building these plants, right? Because the one that I'm in is half a mile by quarter mile. Big plant. You understand? Literally takes 10 minutes to walk from one side to the next. So imagine how many people are there, especially when they're constructing it. Thousands of people, right? And a lot of them are our people too. Because when mine was being erected, we had at least about maybe, I want to say 1,500 Mexicans, Guatemalans, Colombians, all up in there doing work. You know what I mean? So, like I said, like you guys were saying, crafty counsel, hunting our steps, all that stuff. Anyone got the precept yet for everyone?
Oh yeah, you got Lamentations 4 and 18.
The book of Lamentations, chapter 4 and verse 18, and it reads, "They hunt our steps, that we cannot go in our streets. Our end is near, our days are fulfilled, for our end is come."
For our end is come. So, this is just what we see going on right now, right? It's always been going on, but we see an increase in it, right? Back then, they had the FBI with the COINTELPRO, right? And we think that that's gone. That's been eliminated. That has not been eliminated. It's just been refashioned as ICE. It's been refashioned as Homeland Security. It's been refashioned as bringing in the National Guard. It's been refashioned where the police are now are able to use deadly force more than ever before, off of the words of Donald Trump, right? So all these things are centered to affect us. And that's the thing. Our people need to understand that, like for instance, these people who are put in offices are voted in, are supposedly voted in, right?
Right.
They claim that our participation is key because if we don't vote, then we can't be mad with the results if we don't get things our way. So my question is, when has voting for these situations that we have right now ever helped our people, right? The people that we put in office, even the people of our own people who are under this government, when has it actually really benefited us? It hasn't. It never has. It never will, right? This is not our rest, right? So it's a crafty counsel to take control and take back what they believe is theirs, which is, making America great again. Isn't this called the what did Trump call it? The big beautiful bill or something like that?
Yeah,
that's right.
Right. This is all encompassing, all these things that we see and are coming to head. Because I remember when he was in his first term, right? The first 4 years that he talked about a lot of these things. And the fact that now he's back in office, he's starting to implement them with a lot of force right now. So it's wise that we pay attention to the times that we are in, right? Meaning that we need to be in preparation. The Bible tells us to prepare, right? We got to prepare our house, get our houses in order, because the times are going to come when we're not going to be able to even go out in our streets, right? I mean, so the times are here, and we need to realize what it is that we must do. I'm not talking about the other nations right now. I'm talking about us getting our act and ourselves back together, back in line, so that we can be protected when all hell breaks loose, right? We have that faith and that hope in Yahushua. We keep these commandments, right? That's what we're looking for. And in that preparation, that means, we talk a lot about what Officer Karatazad brings it up all the time. What's it called? The emergency, preparations, prepping, right?
Yeah.
I guess some people call it prepping, right?
Doomsday preppers.
Yeah, doomsday preppers. I mean, I don't like that term, but really, I think it's a point of Israel needs to be prepping regardless. Don't wait. I mean, we already have the scriptures to tell us what's going on. So why do we need? I mean, we need to be aware of what's going on. But if we keep the commandments and follow these scripts, we can already be in that position, or at least attempting to be in that position when all hell breaks loose. We're going to be ready for that, right? Go ahead.
Exactly. Hey, just to back that up, grab Matthew 24 and I want to go and start at verse 6. And the reason why I want to pull this precept out, it definitely backs up the point in regards to quote unquote being prepared. See, our preparation is doing these law, statutes, and commandments. Our preparation is believing in the Mashiach Yahushua and his finished work and having faith in that. Our preparation is being obedient. Our preparation is talking to our people and bringing them back into the fold, right? That's our preparation. So we shouldn't have anything to worry about. It says in the Bible that when the master comes back and he sees that we're actually doing exactly what it is that he told us to do, he's going to take great pleasure in that, right? And I'm just I'm kind of paraphrasing it, but y'all get what I'm saying, right? The scriptures do teach that. Let's get this real quick, because a lot of this is happening, and I've talked with a couple of people in regards to this same subject, and they are in immediate fear because now they're thinking, oh, here we go. They're prepping for World War III and all of this other stuff. Okay, let's see what the Bible has to say about this. Pull that out.
This book of Matthew chapter 24 and verse 6, and it reads, "And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet."
The end is not yet. These things have already been set up to happen. Our goal and for our preparation is to stay locked in these scripts, stay locked on the law, statutes, and commandments, and not move off of them. Don't let anybody come to you and tell you that the law, statutes, and commandments are done away with. Or don't let nobody OT only tell you that, yeah, this Christ thing, you believing in Christ, he never exists. Don't let them tell you that. Don't let them tell you that and move you off your square. There are a lot of them that are out there, right? I have been talking with people just here in general. I haven't really been bringing up anything regarding the Bible or anything like that, but people in general I talk to. And then I get on Clubhouse and I hear some of these doctrines come about for the OT onlys who don't believe in Christ, and for the Christians who saying that the law, statutes, and commandments are done away with. And even some of these Christians that saying, hey, the Gentiles are going to be able to get in, meaning the heathen nations. That's not what the Bible teaches. The Bible is geared towards one people that was selected out of everybody else, and they are supposed to get the salvation because they're the only people that are going to be saved. Period. Right? There is no salvation for anyone else. Right? So along these lines, because of these things that we see Trump doing currently right now, does not mean that the end is yet. That's what this scripture is talking about. They have to come to pass because they've already been prophesied. And if you want to know about these prophecies, just go back into Isaiah, Jeremiah, Ezekiel, Nehemiah. Look at these prophets and see what they prophesied and line it up. And you'll be able to see for yourself with all of the news articles and everything else that's going on with the high skyrocketed prices in the grocery stores, to the clothing, to the shoes, to your internet service provider, to electric, to everything. Every single resource that is out there is being jacked up high in price. This has already been prophesied. These things in regards to what Trump is doing in ICE being deployed every daggone where, it's already been prophesied, right? You know, one city that they haven't mentioned was Detroit. And what's that other city with the bad water in it? Flint, Michigan.
Flint, Michigan, right.
They're still going through it and nothing has been done. You don't hear anything in any news articles about, hey, the government is going out to help such and such and such and such. At one point, some of the NBA players wanted to go out and put some of their money together to go ahead and clean the pipelines and everything so that clean water can be produced. But the government stopped them and said, no, you can't do it because we are going to do it. Have they actually moved on any policies or anything like that yet? No, they haven't. But they're moving on stuff like this. They're throwing the military in your neighborhoods.
Right.
Right?
That's right. Hey, there's... Go ahead. Now, I was going to say, it's not just Flint. Benton Harbor had a water crisis also. Benton Harbor, Michigan.
Right.
That was at least the same as Flint or even worse. And that was not at all reported worldwide like the Flint water crisis was. We just wanted to add that point. It's not just, and Benton Harbor is a city that's predominantly African-American and Latino. So it's just, it shows you that nothing's changed. It's the same. Flint is also that type of city, right? Where you have a larger population of our people living in that community. So these are some of the same ploys, some of the same tactics that they've been using the whole time. The fact that we even have our brothers actually want to go out and help. When you said basketball players or, entertainers or whatever, those who have the money and the ability to try and help the situation, for the government to tell them, no, you're not doing this. We don't know. No. Go play ball. Like they told LeBron James. You know what I'm saying? Stay out of the political stuff. Go out of the political arena. Go play ball. That's nonsense. But we're up against a high wall. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead. That's all I had.
Those are facts, Adawan. Those are facts. And we can't get around what's actually being done to our people specifically, right? Here's another case in point. Anyone remember Hurricane Katrina?
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
And y'all know how Hurricane Katrina actually impacted those people out there in Louisiana especially, right? That whole Gulf got hit by that hurricane, and somehow, some way, the levees broke. There is a special that me and my rib, we looked at on Netflix or whatever that talks about it. As a matter of fact, my rib is she's from out there, she used to live out there or whatnot. And this happened around the time when she was out there, whatnot, and the suffering and everything that happened out there was crazy. It's just like, how did they actually recover? Mm-hmm. There was no talks of any kind of government assistance to get that town up and running again. The people of that particular land had to get it together themselves, literally. Mm-hmm. And that's the only reason that they are starting to actually thrive to this day. They didn't really start doing anything actually putting anything regarding their town out and its prominence coming up from that until I want to say roughly around 2015 or something like that. It took them a while for them to recover from that incident when those levees mysteriously broke.
Right.
Mysteriously
blew up, but yeah.
Exactly. So it's just a lot of craziness that I believe, they're just pulling the wool over our eyes and not really allowing us to see what's going on behind the scenes. But if you're in these scripts, you know what's going on. You know what's happening, right? You know what they're doing behind the scenes. The Most High is going to reveal it to you by his spirit. And we're not going to play the fool. The problem is that when our people who are not in the truth get to speak on it, we see how they don't know. Adawan Benjamin just pulled it out. My people perish due to lack of knowledge. And they do, right? But these are just some of the things, man. I'm telling you, you guys go out here and read some of these articles that's out here and look at what's actually happening and find out what's going on in Congress, because we still got to be cognizant of those things that are going on around us. I'm one of those brothers, like when I take my rib and my children out, we go to eat and everything. I don't sit with my back towards the door. I want to see all of the exits. I want to make sure that I have an escape. It's the same thing for us. It's cool that we're in the scripts and we're loving the Most High and everything, because that's expected of us. We're supposed to do that, but also be cognizant of your environment and the things that's going on around you, right? We got to keep our heads on a swivel, yes, and understand that these prophecies are being fulfilled. You feel me? I'm a yield right there. I think the people actually understand what's going on with all of this stuff, man. What do y'all think?
Well, let's ask the chat. Hey, chat. Hey, this is for y'all too. This is barbershop. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
And we know we want sisters and brothers, because we know that mothers take the sons to the barbershop just like the fathers do. You know what I'm saying? Y'all participate in the conversation. You know what I'm saying? The only thing is we don't got the TV on showing the basketball, football. It's football season. Football game, college football. And we ain't got that. We just going to talk. We're just going to talk about the things that need to be talked about that we don't really always pay attention to, right? If you even realize, a few years ago, before the internet got so viral as it is now, I was one of those who was in the political scene. I love watching politics. I love trying to understand how it worked and how it maneuvered and how it actually affected us, right? So I voted for years, right? The last time I voted, I think was for Obama in 2008. Was the last time that I voted. That's the last time I voted. And but I was really caught up in that, right? But before the internet got so viral, you could watch the everything on the news, the national ABC, CBS, and NBC. You know what I'm saying? But now you have all this internet traffic that exposes a lot of things that are going on, and it's kind of hard not to pay attention to what's going on. But it's funny because I when the internet got viral like it is now, I kind of stayed away from the news. But as the scriptures say, we have to keep watch, right? We are the watchmen for our people, right? To wake them up, to allow them to see what's going on so they can make that change and come back to the Most High, right? And Sister Issachar said that her last time voting was 2008 also. That's right. So, but let's take a closer look at what we see, right? Because a lot of things that we have going on is based on them coming to us and bringing us a certain legislation, a certain bill, and then we kind of think about whether we should vote on it or not, right? When we vote for presidents, when we vote for those in office, they tend to look at us to see what our participation would be. Kawal, me and you talked about this, right? Like, what if there's anything that we could do to change our situation on how we look at how the world is changing, especially right here in our front yard, right, is to come back to God's laws and commandments with the faith in Christ, right? Keeping these commandments, right? Which means that there are certain things that we're doing right now, those who are not in the truth, that are continuing this pain and strain of what we see, like with Donald Trump. So what is, I'm gonna ask a chat. There's a video that I seen and I can't find. It's off the top of my head right now. Maybe I'll look it up, where it talks about it was three, matter of fact, I'm gonna see if I can look it up. These three brothers were talking about what's the point of the black man voting, right? Because it seems that when we vote, nothing works, nothing changes for our benefit, right? And some were saying, well, I'd rather be, they would say, well, if your mama was a Democrat, then, you know, and your daddy was a Democrat, then you became a Democrat. And so your children become a Democrat, but we don't even know what a Democrat is. We really don't. We don't know what that is. We don't know what that jackass is, right? Because that's what it is. You know, you got an elephant and you got a donkey. You know what I'm saying? And we sitting here just voting because we're being told to vote. And we don't know what the fine print is. We don't know what they have planned out. That is, look, voting is a part of crafty counsel. That's how I see it, right? So I'm going to ask the chat, what can we do for us to be able to wake ourselves up even more? What do I mean by that? What can we do to change the scope of the things we see? If we vote, we always complain later, and you see us out there protesting, you know, for whatever issue. If we don't vote, we're called stupid, and it's our fault because that's what we get for not voting. And I hate that. I hate when I hear people say, well, if you didn't vote, that's your fault. Then no, right? What does the Bible say about it? Someone get me Deuteronomy chapter, you already there, 17.
I got it.
Yeah.
It's book of Deuteronomy chapter 17, verse 15. Thou shalt in any wise set him a king over thee, whom the Lord thy God shall choose. One from among thy brethren shalt thou set king over thee. Thou mayest not set a stranger over thee, which is not thy brother.
Now, right. So now we know this is going into when we get back in the land, right? I mean, that's kind of what the subject of it is. But this, you know, America is our land in a sense. We're just captives in a sense. You know, our brothers, Northern Kingdom, are already over here. But the point is that not voting for those who are not of our people, they don't have our best interest at heart, right? But doing that, not voting, is something that actually benefits us. Not voting benefits our people. We're being told that it doesn't benefit, but we've had how many years of voting now? That matter of fact, we had to fight to vote in the first place. We didn't even have the right to vote. You know, let's talk about that. We didn't even have the right to vote. But now that we have the right to vote, we believe that our voting actually changes something, and it doesn't, right? You have the left and the right wing of the same bird. I've brought this up many times before. It's a form of what's called the Hegelian dialectic. I know if some of you know what that is, you can look it up, right? You have a thesis and an antithesis, and then there's what they call a solution to it, right? But it really isn't a solution. It's just a continual cycle of mess, meaning that it came to my understanding that I realized that other countries around the world, I'll just use like the communist countries, right? China and so forth, North Korea, they don't have a dual government, right? They run with one head and the rules are set down and everybody follows it, right? America is the only modern country or the systems that we use that we got from Greece and Rome, right? Of the Senate, House of Representatives, Democrats, Republicans. Do y'all realize, matter of fact, give me is it Matthew? Let me look that up real quick. Where's that one? Let me look, bear with me real quick. Let me look this up real quick. Matthew. So like somebody go ahead and bring someone.
What you trying to bring another one?
I think it's
no, I mean like your point. So like
the point is dealing with a house divided against itself. I think it's in Matthew.
Okay. Right.
Or Mark. It may be Mark. It may be Mark.
So watch this, right? I think you're looking for Matthew 6, right?
Hey, Salakia.
No man can serve.
Go ahead.
Hey, Salakia, real quick. Soldier Antonio just chimed in. Adawan, can you send him the link to the
It should be in the chat, remember?
Yeah, but he's not. I don't think he's in the chat though.
Right.
Oh, okay. Right. So I think you're looking for Matthew.
I want to go to the one in Mark. I want to go to the Mark 3.
I got you. Mark chapter 3, verse 25.
Start at verse. Let me find it real quick. What verse? Start at verse 23. Start at verse 23.
Yes, sir. This is the book of Mark, chapter 3, verse 23. And he called them unto him and said unto them in parables, how can Satan cast out Satan? And if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand.
Read.
And if a house be divided against itself, then that house cannot stand.
Read.
And if Satan rise up against himself and be divided, he cannot stand, but have an end.
Now let's understand and break this down, because we're going to use what we see today in the United States government, right? We have Democrat and Republican,
right?
And they are constantly fighting against each other, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is an understanding for us to really see right in plain view. America is not going to stand, y'all. It's divided. It's purposely divided, right? It's from the beginning, right? This land began off of the slavery of our ancestors, right? Whether they were here already or those that came over across the lake, but the system of government they have is set to where we will never ever be able to come on top, because they themselves are divided against each other. The Most High is going to use them to implode from inside, right? It's going to implode from inside. You got the Democrats who say that we need more government. You got the Republicans that say we need less government, right? But at the same time, how has that benefited our people? It hasn't, right? It hasn't.
Salakia, OG, I got a precept to go with what you're talking about, how it's going to implode from the inside. And examples too is kind of like them sleeper cells. When that stuff had happened, I forget which from Iran, he said we already got sleeper cells over there, etc. So the Most High been plotting to destroy this place from the inside. To back that up, I'm pulling Jeremiah 51 and 14, and it reads.
Somebody get that. Somebody read that for him.
What's that again, Jeremiah?
Yes, sir. Jeremiah 51 and 51 and 14.
That's crazy.
Man, that's the spirit.
Like that's it, right? 51 and 17.
Mm-hmm.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 51, verse 17.
14.
Every man is. Oh, you good? Jeremiah 51 and 14.
Yes, sir.
The Lord of hosts hath sworn by himself, saying, surely I will fill thee with men, as with caterpillars, and they shall lift up a shout against thee.
So the function of caterpillars, when they're in something or vegetation or whatever, they eat it from the inside out. So he's going to lift them up, and they're going to come against us, simply put. But I yield.
God, all praises for that. Absolutely. But I'm yielding on that point. I just want to bring. Well, no, I'm not. I'm Salakia. So the point is that we see in the scriptures that a nation divided against itself can't stand. Satan is divided against Satan, right? We know who the wicked of the earth are. We know whose government we're under. So it's a lose-lose situation. So in the meantime, when we know this and see this, for this, we read it in the scriptures and we see it in front of our face on the internet, on TV, outside our doors, right? In the meantime, what we need to do is depend on the Most High, come back to the law, statutes, and commandments with that lovely faith in Christ, so we can be prepared when he returns, right? It's going to be a glorious event. But I want people to understand that once we loosen ourselves from the ways of Babylon, right? Once we restrain ourselves from being tempted to be a part of the ways of Babylon, right? That's our deliverance. That's the beginning of our deliverance, right? I mean, we can't get back to kingdom unless we're right with ourselves, right? So did I have another one? I had another one somewhere. No. Let's go ahead. Hey, I want to ask Keziah, since you just came in, do you have anything you want to add? Because again, let me remind everyone, I put the link in the chat. Matter of fact, let me do that one more time. I'm gonna put another link in the chat, because this is barbershop, right? Right now, we the barbers. The brothers up here, we the barbers. Y'all need your heads cut. Y'all need to come up on stage, all right? Let's do it like that. And let's have this conversation. Brothers and sisters who want to chime in. Maybe you have some news. Maybe you have some headlines that you might want to bring out, and we can talk about and discuss this, right? And we can go to the scriptures to show that it was already said and told that it was going to happen this way. All right.
That's
so
right.
Leave it open. Hey, hit that link, y'all. Hit that link. You know what I'm saying? Because we're not going to do this every Sabbath morning brew. This is for the barbershop series. All right. So y'all go ahead and get them fingers and start pushing them buttons, right? But I yield on that.
Right.
Keziah, you got anything? Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, sir. To answer your question, at the moment, no, sir. Just kind of, you know what I'm saying, just going with the flow. But particularly, I think y'all covered, you know, a pretty decent amount. But I am searching for some information that if it does pop up, then yes, sir, I'll bring it forth.
Con, all praises, all praises, all praises. Officer Benyamin, you got anything else? Because I got something I want to show. I just no.
Yeah, I got some. I had sent some links, but I don't know if the time has passed, right? Because I was sending the link about
we're good on time.
Yeah, I had sent the link about the EV thing, right? That's the second link that I sent. You know,
okay,
because this made a big scene because at my plant when they had heard about that situation that happened, all of the non-kingdom that was working for us, they burst out the gate and went out. They went home, right?
Wow.
Before anything could happen, Slack, right? Let me turn this up. Let me open this up. So right there, let's see what the headline said. Right.
Let me go back up. It's kind of tripping on me right now for some reason. It's kind of glitchy. Let me pull it.
All the mods that you got on this thing, bro.
I know that yeah, it disrupts. Is it the hundreds detained after right here?
Mm-hmm.
If I can get it, there we go.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me get. I don't even know where this came from.
Because I have eye blockers on mine, right? And
I should have put it on mine.
No, this don't allow eye blockers. This page don't allow eye blockers.
Okay.
So right. So it says 475 people detained in Georgia, Hyundai raid by ICE. Other agencies officials say. Right now, majority of those were Moab. Right, I would say majority of that was Moab, but still, right? They still employ contractor wise for construction. They still employ our people. You understand? They employed all the Issacharites, all the Zebulonites. You understand? They make up a lot. They make up a large portion of their workforce as electricians, as carpenters, as stone workers, stuff like that. Right? If you scroll on down, right?
Okay.
So let's read what the first part says right here, right? So in a large-scale immigration enforcement raid at a huge Hyundai facility in Georgia on Thursday, 475 immigrants suspected of living and working in the U.S. Illegally were detained. Federal authorities announced, right? So right now, LG, right, is a part of this. So they employ a lot of their people, right, to come over and set up things, But since they're doing this all over the United States right now, but they're probably getting over on the government a little bit because, you know, they may not properly document things, right? So in them doing that, right, and when they employ like contractors and stuff to make the building and all that stuff, they're hiring our people. So now it's bringing ICE in. Yes, it can to get them, but also got some of our people as well. So now on probably all sites that are still under construction, a lot of the Hispanic people, they're not turning up at all because they're afraid that they're gonna be next. You understand? Like I said, like one of my coworkers told me he went to the bathroom, he just saw people running up the turnstile, just running up. He didn't know what was going on. He thought something had happened in the plant. He just saw people running up the turnstile because they probably got news of this whole situation that happened here. And they say, "Yeah, I ain't straight, so let's get out of here." Right? Parking lot almost was empty. typically every day when I had to leave work, it's like traffic. That's how much people be at the site. You understand? But now I was able just to go straight out. Does 4 o'clock come? You ain't leaving that site until 30 minutes later. You know what I'm saying? So people be trying to get out of there, right? Typically. But now since all the contractors had left because of the ICE raid, right? They were like, the traffic was like easy to get out now. That's just how much employment they give to the Northern Kingdom. Lots of employment, right? Because like if you want to hear in English, you hear in Korean, and if you want to hear in Korean, you hear in Spanish. That's the only language that you hear being spoken around them. Seriously. And I'm always hearing Spanish going down the halls. Always. Mm-hmm. So just saying so even though the situation had nothing to truly do with the Northern Kingdom, we still get caught up in into the situations that Esau has set up against other people. We still get that residual too. This is a residual hit. Let's look, right? It says out of the 475 people detained, 300 were South Koreans. So that means 175 people. And who else could that be?
Right.
You understand? Who else could that be? 175 potential Israelites were detained.
I guarantee it ain't the South. Salaki.
What? You guarantee what?
I said I guarantee it's not the South Africans or the what's the other ones? The war going on with Russia, the Ukrainians. I guarantee it ain't them.
Crafted foods are just $5 p.m. Choose from 5 handcrafted recipes you won't want to share.
Yeah, we don't want that. Right? So believe it or not, so LG has plants in like Poland and stuff like that. Right? Poland and China and stuff like that. So like they sometimes bring their secondaries from over there to the plants in certain areas. You understand? So like you don't see them get entertained because they look like Esau.
Right.
Right? Some of them may be Esau, but some also look like Esau. That's another class, right? So now they're gonna fall on the radar, Now, but they may not stop someone who like me unless they hear my accent or something, right? But they're always targeting our Northern Kingdom brothers, right? And then we had to go through a whole like quick meeting on this, what to do if ICE comes on the site, and what to say, You know what I mean? So so everything that Trump's doing right now has been causing upheaval within our community. You understand? And then people saying, "Oh, MAGA this, MAGA that." This house is making it great again. How? You understand? It's just causing confusion, causing turmoil within the communities, right? It's decreased our buying power because a lot of the nations don't even want to deal with us like that. Because of all the tariffs that was talked about and stuff like that. So, yeah, I mean, I love the fact that America is trying to destroy itself by economically. I like that fact, right? But we're still here.
Yep.
So if America is being destroyed economically, guess what? We are also going to be destroyed economically. Even because when America was doing good, we were being destroyed economically. So how much worse are we going to be off now? You understand? So I'm
gonna pull up something because you brought up about Moab or being rated on in a sense at their jobs. This was just sent to me from that mighty brother Boaz, Officer Boaz. Can y'all see that?
It's a loading up. There you go.
You can see it now. All right, let me hold on. Let me yeah, it's glitchy too. Gosh, come on now. Come on, stop being so.
I thought that was only me.
Okay, no, it's glitchy. So let me open this up a little bit.
Oh, right, I seen this. Yes.
Okay. They taking our Kingdom brothers and sisters too. Okay.
Yeah. So this
from out of the military. That's crazy.
Right. Let me go ahead and start it over here real quick. Let me see if I can start it.
But hit the volume though. Hit the volume button and then.
All right, let's see if we can go back though, because it's not letting me.
This country from these corrupt politicians. It's time. It is beyond time.
What was that?
No, it might put the mute back on again. So don't do that. Just let it run. Let it run. You just watch it again.
Thank you for your service.
Every American sitting at home right now needs to realize that you are paying for a genocide.
Rise up! Rise up, America! Rise up! It is time to take back this country from these corrupt politicians. It is time. It is beyond time. Thank you for your service.
Every American.
Crazy.
That very good. Thank you for your service.
Yeah. How crazy that is. Number one.
That's a cut to the mindset that these Edomites got. Thank you for your service. Thank you for everything that I need you to do. Now get the hell out.
Yeah, hey, let this be a warning to our brothers who feel that, let's be a part of the government because I want to make it better for our people. Listen, it don't work. It don't work. You got two military officers right here, where I think they're retired. Decorated corporals, and one's a corporal, one's a lieutenant, I believe, or something like that. And they're being arrested for protesting against the government because of the genocidal acts that are going on across the lake over in Gaza, right? So look, it's time for us to understand what we need to do, right? We need to realize that we need to come together, gather together, so-called black and brown, come together under one rulership, which is Yahweh Shai, under one law, which is the Most High's law, and start preparing ourselves for this corruption that's about to hit ahead. Right? We need to do that. Somebody got a precept? I heard something.
Yeah, I got a couple. Anybody got one?
I got a precept too.
Go ahead, because I think you said something first.
No, sir. I don't got a precept. No, sir.
You have a comment?
No, sir. I was just agreeing with what you were saying, OG.
Con. Go ahead, Kawal.
Con, somebody get me Revelations chapter 18 and verse 4 real quick.
Track.
And another brother get me the book of Sirach chapter 17 and verse 17.
All right, guys.
Shoot, I got the Revelation.
All right, bring that. Yeah, Sirach 17 and 17. Go ahead and bring out that Revelations 18 and 4 first.
This book of Revelation chapter 18 and verse 4, and it reads, "And I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues."
Read verse 5.
"For her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High have remembered her iniquities."
It's coming. I'm telling you, the destruction is right there. It's coming. It's going to happen. The Most High is actually trying to bring us out and have us to himself. And this is why. Go ahead and get that Sirach 17 and 17.
It's the book of Sirach, chapter 17 and verse 17. "For in the division of the nations of the whole earth, he set a ruler over every people. But Israel is Yahweh's portion."
Read that last part again.
But Israel is Yahweh's portion.
We are his portion. He don't want us linked up with these other nations who are ruled. He don't want us with them. We have no business trying to be tied up with them, trying to do what they're doing, or trying to set whatever it is over us at all. And mind you, we're the ones that set the trend. So that should say something about who we are as a people. They should be following us, right? The Most High set us away from these people, and he keeps telling us to come out of their customs. The customs of the people that they got going, they're vain. They don't mean us any good. They don't care about us. They hunt us in the streets. Our lives are always at stake. When you set your foot out the door sill, they can come in your home at any time that they want to.
Right.
They count you 3/5 of a human being, but yet our people still want to be joined with these nations. Why? When the Most High is calling you out from them. Make it make sense, right?
Ain't nothing new upon the sun.
What you got?
I mean, that's kind of just like, when we were coming out of Egypt, and then we were murmuring in the woods, right? In the wilderness, right? We wanted to go back, and we wanted to be like them. And then even the colder point of that story is how strong Yahweh built up Pharaoh just to show you his power when he took him down. So the history of America being a powerhouse, America being the top dog of the nations, like, we need to realize that Yahweh has placed him in that position just to show you his might as well.
Hey, Slakia. It's crazy. It's crazy that yesterday we had an issue with the StreamYard, right? Because these points, as I was going to touch on these points, right? Because one, Israel is the wife to the Most High. He's surnamed us. You understand? Like it says in Isaiah, he surnamed us, but we chose not to listen. We chose not to go under his protection, right? We chose to be against his mind. So what Knock had brought on to Mark, that was technically I was using the precept in Matthew, but it's the same precept, right? You cannot serve two masters, right? So now we're paying for that, right? We read Deuteronomy 28 to people all the time, right? Someone give me the book of Deuteronomy 28, but you hit verse 10, right? And then someone also get me Deuteronomy 6 and 4, right?
6 and 4.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 10. And all people of the earth shall see that thou art called by the name of Yahweh, and they shall be afraid of thee.
Is that happening? No. And this is found within our blessings. So so we know that we are cursed, right? So now, but it shows that we were surnamed by the Most High, right? We should be the people that people should be gravitating to. But right now, we are the people that they are trying to set up to fall. You understand? Because we chose not to do the commandments of the Most High power. Listen, go to Antonio, jump to 15. Just read 15 real quick. And then we bring this on the tree all the time. Right?
Because Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of Yahweh thy power, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
And that's the crafty counsel. They are all merging with one consent to destroy us currently, right? And there's nothing we can do about it physically. We have to now change our mindset first. We now have to come back into the knowledge of the commandments. We have to be willing to hear every day, right? Leviticus 11 and 8. We have to be willing to hear. Give me another one. Exodus 20 and 4. Exodus 20 and 7. Exodus 20. I don't even say just calling off laws, right? Right. We have to be willing to hear these and listen to it. Our radio stations that are for our people should be discussing these things. We shouldn't have no Christian network, right? That ain't talking about the law. We shouldn't have nothing like that. Our whole mindset should just be that. Our music should just be that. Like the music that we had playing earlier, that should be just that. You understand? But we are corrupted because the world has corrupted our minds to say, yo, just talk about money, sex, women, drugs, killing. Right? So what you expect? For us to be fed these poisons on a daily basis, do you expect any good possible to come from it? No. Right? So now like I said, the Most High is like, it's the husband, we are the wife, right? Let's go to Shemai real quick. Who got the Shemai? Deuteronomy 6 and 4.
6 and 4. Yeah.
I got you. Deuteronomy 6 and 4, and it reads, hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord, and thou shalt love the Lord thy.
Just right there, hold right there. So he's just one Lord, right? The Most High is taking us as his bride or his wife, right? And we are supposed to be one with him, his mind, right? The way he just gave us all directions, right? Through the law, statutes, and commandments, he gave us our directions, and we're supposed to be obedient to that, right? A good wife will be obedient to her husband, right? And she will learn from her husband. You understand? Yeah. So we can't be Baal Peor Israel. We have to be just Israel. That's the name he gave us. That's the name he surnamed us with. So we have to be one mind with him, right? Keep going, King. Read verse 5.
Mm-hmm. And thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thine heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy might. And these words which I command thee this day shall.
We ain't cheating on. I might have a little lag, right? We ain't need to be cheating on him with anybody else. We are supposed to be committed to him and him only, because we were called by his name, right? I give you all the tidbits of the class that we can do next Friday again, because this got to come out, right? Keep going, verse 6.
And these words which I command thee this day shall be in thine heart, and thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children, and shall talk of them when thou sittest in thine house, and when thou walkest by the way, and when thou liest down, and when thou risest up.
Right. So now, this is a whole mindset shift, right, from what we currently do right now. Right. Our people don't do this. They don't teach diligently to diligently to their children, and talk about the law when they sit down in the house, when they lying down. And they don't do that at any part of the day, like how we try to do to our kids, right? It has to be a full-on mindset shift for us to get up out of these situations, these predicaments that our people are in right now. But that's right. It's sad to say, even the scriptures say, only 1/3 of our people will make it. It's going to be a challenge. But it's our hope to build up the 1/3. It's our hope to build up the 1/3, because the Most High has already spoken it. 2/3 will be cast away, but that 1/3 is we're trying to reach y'all, right? It's my prayer. It's my hope and prayer that I am part of that 1/3 too. You understand? Because anyone could get cut up out of this thing at any time.
No part. Fast.
You understand? What's that, Ken?
I said fast, and it's sifting season.
Right.
Absolutely.
Oh, boy, we gotta figure out another name for this season now, because it's crazy. Because look at all the prominent figures that you just saw get cut down. That's showing you anybody can get it.
Yep.
You could have 20 years in this truth, you can get it. You could have 50 years in this truth, you can get it.
Yep.
You understand?
Most High don't need none of us, man. Just remember that. Keep yourself humble. Most High don't need now one of us.
That's right.
Big God.
Say, he resists the proud, and he gives grace unto the humble. Because pride is the what? The beginning of the departing from the Lord.
Absolutely.
Stay in your pride. Stay in your pride and see what happens. Right? Everyone can be taught. Everyone can learn again. And when you do learn it again.
Yep.
Learn it again. Because you thinking learning one time will make you a master? No. It's a lifelong mission. You understand? So what's up?
What does that scripture say? He that endureth until the end, the same
shall be saved. That's right.
So they say nothing you can just pick up and put down. This ain't nothing you can just, play with. Like you gotta see it to the end.
That's right. That's right. Hey, I got a question. Go ahead, because you were saying something.
I was just saying, shame on you getting that ring and you ain't willing to go the distance.
Right. Right. Hey, I want to ask the brothers and sisters in the audience in the chat question. Hey, how many fronts are we how many I want to ask this. How many fronts are we fighting, or how I want to ask this? I guess how many things are up against us right now, right? We got many things up against us right now, right? Not to mention, we got police brutality, mass incarceration of our people, right? We got the government trying to get rid of our brothers and sisters, and not only sending them back to the country they came from, but sending them across to like other countries in Europe. I didn't realize that they were sending them to other places that are not even on this continent, right? That's crazy, right? We have disparity. Look at it like this. Not only are we dealing with what we see ICE doing with their people, not only with the mass incarceration, the profiling, the brutality of the police, but then we got these tariffs, right? How are these tariffs affecting our households right now, right? Because it didn't seem like it would really affect us, but when you go to the gas pump, when you go to the grocery store, you know what I'm saying? So how do we, the Most High warned us about this. The Most High let us know what we have to do and what we need to do. So somebody get me Haggai. Give me the book of Haggai. Because it don't matter how many jobs we get, especially when we're working for the man, right? They take, if you're a W-2 employee, they're taking your money before you get it, right? There's about 3 steps of taxes being taken out before you get that little net income, right? And when you get what you get and you go to the store and you have to pay your rent, you realize that there's what's going on? Ain't nothing going on. I mean, I ain't got enough, right? So somebody give me the book of Haggai, chapter 1. Let's start at verse 6.
Yeah.
That's
the book
crazy.
of Haggai.
That's exactly the book they went to.
That's spirit. That's a spirit. All praises.
There's the book of Haggai, chapter 1 and verse 6, and it reads, "Ye have sown much and bring in little. Ye eat, but ye have not enough. Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink. Ye clothed you, but there is none warm, and he that earneth wages to be put into a bag with holes."
Y'all see that? You see that? You got inflation going up. The housing market is going up, right? But they're not increasing your pay wage, right? They're not giving you the ability to stay afloat. It's a total downfall on purpose, right? And this is not just to us. They're doing it to their own people, but who are the ones that are most affected by this, right? We are the ones most affected by this. Why? Somebody give me Deuteronomy 28, because it's a curse, right? Give me Deuteronomy 28, verse 48, I believe.
Yeah.
That's where you want to go, 48?
God, I believe that's it.
Right, so Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 48. "Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee."
How is he destroying us today? How is he destroying us today? They taxing us like crazy. They got these tariffs. Inflation is going up. We don't have enough. The money we make, we go home, we put it into our basket, and our basket has a hole in it, right? But we have to depend on these people.
That's right.
We have to depend on the ones that are purposely putting holes in our bag. That's that's between a rock and a hard place. They call that slavery. They call that Egypt. Go ahead.
Right. It's the crazy thing is, right, we are made subordinate to people that will actually ask themselves just to get to you.
That's right.
They would literally
That's right.
As long as they come up on top, they don't care. They'll use their own people as fodder to get to you.
That's a part of that craftiness.
Yep. Right. Don't think you can just hide behind one of them and think you're safe. Nah, they'll take you and him up. You understand?
Right. That's right.
They are white highlight. Oh no. They'll get them too.
That's right.
When the plane crash, when the plane crash, when they got people on board that they want to get, they getting everybody. They'll go through families to get to you. You understand? Like, don't think you safe. Go ahead, Kawhi.
Salakia, I dare anybody to look at these two scriptures, Haggai chapter 1 and verse 6, and then go and look at Deuteronomy 28 and 48, and tell me that we're not still in slavery.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Salakia,
If you're paying taxes, you're still in slavery. You don't own anything. Even if you own your home, you still got to pay taxes on your home. If you own your vehicle, you still have to pay taxes on your vehicle. And half the time, we don't even own those things. Slavery still exists, y'all.
That's right.
I yield.
Go ahead, Soldier. And then we have a guest. So yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
so we're gonna get to the sister.
Con, it's quick and to the point. Just let me backing off what the brother's saying. You know, the slavery is still alive, and just the chains are just concealed. And so a precept I got is Jeremiah 28 and 14.
Somebody get that Jeremiah 28 and 14.
Con, guys. It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 28 and verse 14. It reads, "For thus saith the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, I put a yoke of iron upon thy neck of all these nations, that they may serve Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon. And they shall serve."
And so right there, they've taken those people out of the place that they know as home and have them in Babylon and have them serving their king. They've taken us away from our customs, going into the crafty council so that the name of Israel will no longer be in remembrance. They've taken that away from us, called us Americans, and now we got to adhere to what the president says. We have to adhere what all these politicians, political parties, etc. says.
God.
And they shall serve him, and I have given him the beasts of the field also.
Right. And so he's taking it all under control, and now you're in servitude. You know, it's changed from the yokes of iron to where you can't physically see those yokes of iron upon your neck.
Con, real quick before we get to Sister Yahaziel, somebody get Sirach. I see the officer Kadar put in the chat. Get Sirach 34 and 22. This goes with it's another good precept that goes with what we're speaking on right now.
Come, it's the book of Sirach, chapter 34 and verse 22. He that taketh away his neighbor's living slayeth him.
Salakia. No, go ahead, Salakia. I'm sorry. Go ahead and start over.
It's the book of Sirach, Ecclesiasticus, chapter 34 and verse 22. He that taketh away his neighbor's living slayeth him, and he that defraudeth the laborer of his hire is a bloodshedder.
Hey, that is plain upon tables what this government has been doing constantly, and they will not let up. You know, not let up. And like Benjamin had said, it's not. I mean, we're the main target, but in order for that craftiness to flow, in order for that craftiness to grow, they have to even deal with some of their own people in that same manner, right? And that goes back to that a nation divided against itself can't stand, right? All praises to the Most High. That's a good precept, officer. First Officer Kadar Aharon in the big state of Texas. Water for that. You got one too?
Yeah, I'm gonna get out the way. Just to add on to his point, and the point is, 1 Timothy 5 and 18. It reads, "For the scriptures say."
Somebody get that. Call it out again, brother.
Yes, sir. 1 Timothy 5 and 18. But yeah, just going on to the point where you know, so you're supposed to give just due to that labor. Go ahead.
God, this is the book of 1 Timothy, chapter 5, verse 18. "For the scripture saith, Thou shalt not muzzle the ox that treadeth out the corn."
This is the point.
And the laborer is worthy of his reward.
Playing upon tables. Playing what you owe. The laborer, whatever that labor is, they're worthy of that reward. Simple and plain. Just like Matthew 16:27 say, Yahweh Shai gonna come back and give every man the reward according to what? The work. But I yield.
Count all praises, all praises. All right, so we got we got participation from the chat. All praises to the Most High. Sister Haziel is in the building. Sister, how you doing on this wonderful
Shalom.
Shabbat? Hey,
Shalom, sis.
this is the house of Keziah, of course. All praise. Hey, matter of fact, she may be a mainstay because the last time we had the audio chat, who was it that came up on stage, y'all? Who was it? It was this sister right here. This wonderful, lovely sister right here. Y'all let's give her a hand. All praise to the Most High. How you doing, sis? Hey, enlighten us, sis. What you got for us?
Tawada and Shar Shabbat. Thank you guys for allowing me up. I don't have much, if I have anything to say, just to pepper into the conversation, I truly feel it's really about believing in this thing. Like, if we don't call ourselves Israelites, we gonna talk the talk. We really had to walk the walk. We had to have that faith. We have to do the work in pushing the truth. Like I said in the chat, like the destruction and the downfall of this nation is not going to come by any other way but the Most High, really sending Yahweh back to destroy this place. Ultimately, that's our goal. Yes, it's going to be painful. Yes, it's going to be sad and terrible and scary. But we really have to embrace that thing in seeking for it, in praying and fasting for our nation, for our brothers to be out there in the streets, for this word to get out, for people's hearts and their ears to be open. Those who need to be, of course, they're the elect are already chosen, and those that need to hear it, we just want them to get that message. And that takes us as a nation, our men going out and doing what they got to do, being steadfast in this truth, being steadfast in this word, our women supporting our men and our households to raise up strong Israelite children. That means like praying without ceasing, just and as much as you can, keeping Yahweh and Yahweh Shah on your mind, being prepared. Faith without works is dead. Like we know what's coming. As Israelites, we all know the scriptures and what's to be expected, and the downfall of this of Esau's kingdom. So the point is like to not be frazzled. Don't be so much worried as much as you are keeping your eye on the clock, keeping your your heart in the game, coming out and really staying focused up, staying girded up, really acknowledging that we are in the matrix. Everything is spiritual. That's one of the hardest concepts I feel to try to really wrap our head around. Like we've been, dead to the spiritual world for X amount of years, anywhere from 15 to 55, 60 years, just really believing that we have some sort of dog in the fight, like that our physical bodies are controlling things. But when we wake up and we turn, we really got to really focus up on accepting everything is spiritual. This test, that this trial, that test, it's a trial for your whole household to see if you are going to be that gold. And our goal is to be that gold. So like I said, it's painful, it's tiring, it is annoying, it's sickening. Like I don't know, my Lord had he had something on YouTube the other day. Oh, I think it was Clubhouse, and the Christians was there with some nonsense, whatever nonsense they was talking about. But it's just like, and it's sickening and maddening to hear. But it's like those are part of the struggles, the work, the constantly enduring, constantly being on fight mode instead of just rocking back to sleep. Oh man, I just want to take a break. I want to, kick back and do la-di-da or whatever. Like I said, it's cool to take a break. It's cool to, have fun, sometimes. But let us stay in that mindset of really preparing spiritually ourselves first and foremost, and that allows us to prepare our households, because the walk is in faith and work. So once you are spiritually girded up, mentally girded up, you can then, that transitions and qualifies you to be physically girded up, getting your house prepared, making sure you have your bags and whatnot to be as best as prepared as you can. Because of course, our ways are of the Lord. The Most High is going to take us, whichever way He wants us to go when that time comes. It's just, let us not sit back and forget that the time is coming, and really, furthermore, just really working or pushing for that time to come, because it is us. We are the catalyst, so to speak. He's putting all the information out there. He's doing the work behind the scenes. But the longer we are tripping up and failing our test, so to speak, the less we're getting out there and being that light, doing that work, pushing that message, giving the gospel, whether it be, peppering it in, here and there, where people see and kind of feel your spirit. And even if it just makes them go, something's different about it. What's going on? And, that might just be the little spark that they need. That, I know a lot of us will just, you'll have, or may have had, your YouTube up and just a brand new video from either a camp you ever seen, or before you came into the truth, like just a video of the truth just kind of popped up. It's like, it just takes that kindling. So it's like, whatever you can do to help propel us.
All praises. Hey, that's right on point. You mentioned something earlier about, our focus needs to be, not just hearing and not seeing what's going on, but to be doers, right? Somebody give me the book of James, chapter 1, start at verse 23, please. Yeah, 22, start at 22. All praises. She made some good points, and the one thing that I like is because even in this captivity, even when we see all the things that are going on right in front of us, right, we need to keep ourselves stayed in this truth, stayed in this word, right? Not just hearing and seeing what's going on, but we have to activate ourselves by keeping the law. Somebody get James chapter 1, start at verse 22.
This is the book of James, chapter 1 and verse 22. But be ye doers of the word.
Be what?
Be ye doers of the word.
Read.
And not hearers only.
Okay, read.
Deceiving your own selves.
Deceiving your own selves, right? We can hear what we hear, but if we don't take action and show, how are we proving to the Most High that we actually believe when we just seeing, right? We got to show action in what we say that we believe, right? So deceiving our own selves when we're not doing the work, we can hear and say, oh yeah, I get it. Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, but you're not doing anything about it, right? You're not preparing. You see the storm coming, but you're not preparing, right? You're not looking at the ways of the Most High to get yourself prepared, right? Go ahead, read 23.
Verse 23. For if any be a hearer of the word and not a doer, he is like unto a man beholding his natural face in a glass.
Read verse 24.
Verse 24, for he beholdeth himself and goeth his way, and straightway forgetteth what manner of man he was.
It says that he straightway forgets what manner of man he was. So what ends up happening when you do that, right? You fall right back into the same old sleep and system that we have been hit, that's held us in this captivity, right? But here's the point right here, verse 25.
Verse 25.
This is what Sister Haziel was speaking of right here.
But whoso looketh into the perfect law of liberty and continueth therein, he being not a forgetful hearer, but a doer of the work, this man shall be blessed in his deed.
So when we actually put the work in, right? When we look to the perfect law of liberty, right? Not being a forgetful hearer, right? But a doer of the work, that is our blessing. That is our safety, right? And these times, these times that are coming up, Jacob's trouble, that is our safety. So at the end of the day, we should be constantly preparing ourselves by keeping the laws of God. Not just seeing what we see on the news, not just talking about what Trump is doing, not just saying, oh, we don't get, police still beating us up and killing us, killing our sons and our daughters. But we need to be praying continually, fasting, and keeping the word in our hearts, in our minds, keeping these laws and commandments, because that is our safety, that is our blessing, right? All praise to the Most High for that. All praise to the Most High for that. So, all right, go ahead. Yep.
You get a precept too.
God.
Oh. That's you, Antonio. That's like it. But I just wanted to get a precept, Matthew 7:21 to 23, right? Because there's a point, what the sisters brought up, and also what you brought up out of one. We get complacent, and we think that in our complacency we get rewarded, right? So I bring this precept out a lot, especially when we talk about topics like this, right?
Call that
Matthew 7, verse 21.
Oh, 7.
I got you if you want it.
Yeah, you got it.
Bet. It's the book of Matthew, chapter 7 and verse 21. I ain't gonna lie. You mind if I read it in the NLT?
Go ahead.
Matthew 7, verse 21. Not everyone who calls out to me, Lord, Lord, will enter the kingdom of heaven. Only those who actually do the will of my Father in heaven will enter. On judgment day, many will say to me, Lord, Lord, we prophesied in your name and cast out demons in your name and performed many miracles in your name. But I will reply, I never knew you. Get away from me. You who break God's laws.
Right? So those who break God's laws, Christ is telling you that he never knew you. Christ was set here to be our guide and our direction towards the Father, right? He was supposed to be, not supposed to be, he is our king. He is the one that's going to be ruling over this world. And we are going to be subjugated to him so that we can serve the Most High in spirit and truth. Now, if we're not doing what Christ has said, right? He said in Matthew 5, be ye perfect as my Father in heaven is perfect.
That's right.
That is doing the commandments. He said, not one jot nor tittle shall be removed from the law until all be fulfilled. Right? So, or better yet, that does not say, I think I might have quoted that wrong, because it said, heaven and earth shall pass away until, let's get it. Go to Matthew 5. I don't want to butcher it. Go to Matthew 5:17.
Yeah, I got it. I got it right.
I feel like I was crossing scriptures just now.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 5 and verse 17. Think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill.
That's what he was saying. He did not come to destroy the laws and the prophets. He only came to fulfill what they had said. Go on, 18.
Verse 18. For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law, till all be fulfilled.
Until all be fulfilled. All has not been fulfilled. It has not. So we have to continue on striving to do these law, statutes, commandments that the Most High has set forth for us to do, right? So we have to, but he has sent Christ so that we can follow after his example, because he explains the law in the way in which we need to understand it, right? Because he is the Word that became flesh. So I'm gonna yield there. I'm gonna let Antonio get in there.
So many mighty points that have been brought up from the Adawan and the sister. A couple key points that I just want to bring out. The big thing that spoke out to me was like starting with individuals actually fearing the Most High, and then going back to the Adawan's point of prophecy, it must come to pass. So you have to fear the consequences enough of the Most High and know that they're going to come to pass if you don't adhere and be a doer of his word, right? So I just got a few scriptures I want to bring out just to hound in that point and bring it all together. Because another point the sister brought up was also being prepared for these situations and knowing kind of where we're at in the cycle. So first I want to go back to fearing the Most High. Let's start with Sirach 1 and 5.
God, the book of Sirach, chapter 1 and verse 5. And it reads, the word of Yahweh Most High is the fountain of wisdom, and her ways are everlasting commandments.
So we're telling you right there that wisdom and her ways are the everlasting commandments. Can we jump down to verse 14?
God, verse 14. To fear Yahweh is the beginning of wisdom. And it was
so right there, the word of the Most High is the fountain of wisdom, and the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. So they go hand in hand, understanding that you have to have a fear of the Most High and that this prophecy is coming to pass. Continue on.
And it was created with the faithful in the womb.
So this was already to the point that the sister had also, is that the Most High's ways, our ways are of the Lord. Man's goings are of the Lord, right? So he already knew even in the womb who those faithful were that were going to be created to fear the Most High. Back to the second point. Now these are a few scriptures, about 6 scriptures I want to go through right here. But I want to be in 1 Thessalonians 5 and start at 2, and we're gonna go to 7. But basically banking back off of her point about being prepared and understanding where we are and knowing that these troubles and these cycles and these prophecies are coming to pass, knowing where we're at within those. So we can start at 1 Thessalonians 5 and 2.
It's book of 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and 2, and it reads, for yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night.
Come on.
For when they shall say peace and safety, then suddenly destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child.
Right. So they thinking that, oh, let's make America great again. Let's get back to our old principles, one nation under God. Right. They saying peace and safety, and we getting this thing great again. But the Most High is waiting on that so he can bring that destruction. Come on.
That's right.
It's like
verse 4.
Starting from the top again. But ye brethren, are not in darkness, that day should overtake you as a thief.
Salakia. So now the brethren that he's talking about is the men of Israel. He's telling you right here that you are not in darkness, that these signs may throw you off or make you nervous or weary or scared, because you've been prepared. You've been in these scriptures. You know what's coming. Come on.
Verse 5, ye are the children of light and the children of day. It's like in children of the day. We are not of the night nor of darkness.
Salakia. And let me just get this precept here just to bring forth the point. This is Proverbs chapter 6 and verse 23.
Proverbs
For the commandment is a lamp.
Hold on, Slack. If somebody read that, call it out again. So
this is Proverbs chapter 6 and 23.
I got it right now. This is the book of Proverbs chapter 6 and verse 23. For the commandment is a lamp, and the law is light.
Salakia. Verse 1 Thessalonians said, ye are all children of the light. Right?
That's right.
The commandment is that lamp that's going to keep you guided on your walk, on your post. Right? And the law is the light. So you are the children of the law. That's where you come in and be doers of the law.
God.
So that's how all of this comes back together. Going back to that point, you can't just hear it. You have to do. What do you have to do? You become children of the light, which is the law. Keep going.
God. And reproofs of instruction are the way of life.
There you go. Playing up on tables. Continue on, Keziah.
This is what we studying, man.
1 Thessalonians 5 and 6, and it reads, therefore let us not sleep.
Right, Salakia, we talked about just getting lulled into the American way and just everyday life and this. Salakia, just this and that. You just get caught up in it. That's how you fall asleep. That's how you become numb to it. That's how you fall into doing Christmas services every year at the church. And after a church service, you're eating ham sandwiches. You just get caught in the sleeplessness of the everyday mundane life. Go on.
Therefore, let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober.
He's not physically talking about don't have a sip of wine or any of that. He's talking about not being drunk off of these doctrines of the world.
That's
He's
right.
talking about not falling into common practices of this world. Go on.
Verse 7. For they
Hold on. I'm sorry. Just to make it clearer to the people, everybody's been out with their friends and you the DD for the night, and then you got a friend that's getting slammed drunk, right? He over there, he doing ignorance to you, like, hey bro, I don't think you should do that. Hey bro, you might not want to do that. You might not want to talk to this person. You might not want to, right? So now, hey, you got the Israelites on the corner. Hey bro, you don't want to eat no pork. Hey, you don't want to eat no shellfish. Hey, you don't want to put up your Christmas tree. Hey, you don't. Like, that's what it means by being sober. You that friend that's nudging them in the side, like, hey, don't be sleep off this mess the world doing.
Mm-hmm.
Keep going, verse 7.
Going into that sobriety, self-control. You say keep going, okay?
Con, this is the last verse 7.
No sweat. For they that sleep, sleep in the night, and they that be drunken are drunken in the night.
Drunken with that doctrine of the world, man. Because everything, like you said, you going to work, you getting all your monies together, and you got a hole in the bottom of the bag. Everything is dark. It's not of the light. It's not of the way that it should be for us. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I yield on that point.
God, all praises to. Hey, you know what? I want to show something on the flip side of that Kowal actually presented. I think he may have forgot about it, but I didn't. Let me go ahead and pull this up real quick. Because Soja Antonio brought up some very important points, laying back off the other precepts about being drunk, right? Being drunk of the ways and of this society, of this world we live in, right? Some of us, we are the light. We're supposed to go out to our people, right, and wake them up. You know, like I mentioned, I'm a light sleeper. If I'm in a room and my light is off, because I like to have it dark in my room when I sleep. When that light gets turned on, it wakes me up, right? So we have to be that light. But let me pull this up real quick. Let me pull this up. Let's do this.
That's old school stuff right there, boy.
Whatever, man.
That's before the alarm clock.
Right. Let me see if I can pull this up real quick. Let's see. Where is it at? I don't. Oh, I know why. Do it like this. Boom. Y'all can't see that, can you? I don't think you can.
Yet.
Okay, hold on. I gotta find it. It's sometimes. Oh, there we go. Let's do this. And now, sisters, I want y'all to check this out. I want sisters to pay attention to this, right? Because this is a sister that is in darkness, right? Can someone read this from the top all the way down? Somebody read this, all right? Now, this is something that's, man, when you're going through hard times and living in this captivity, you know what I'm saying? You end up doing some of the most craziest things to think that you're going to finally come up. Somebody read this from the top down to the bottom. Matter of fact, Kowal, if you want to take over this, since, you know, this is your clip, you can go ahead.
Yeah, Con. Yeah, go ahead. Somebody can go ahead and read that real quick.
It's like, is it blurry for anyone else?
Can nobody see it?
Yeah, it's a little blurry on my end too.
All right, it's all good. I'm gonna go ahead and read it for you real quick. It says,
There you go.
Is that better?
Con, cool.
Okay.
It reads, woman celebrates after giving birth and handing baby over for $75,000 and calls it her biggest payday ever.
Damn.
What?
I just had to say that.
That's crazy.
What's going on? What's going on? You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, Kowal.
Listen. When the scriptures say that the whole head is sick, matter of fact, somebody get that scripture. I believe that's Isaiah chapter 1 and 5.
Yeah.
When the scripture says this and you see it happen in articles real time, that lets you know where our people currently are. And I'm not talking about the sisters that are in the, you know what? Let me say it. Let me make this clear. Shout outs to all of the sisters that are in the truth. They got their head on straight. They dress modestly. They're serving the Most High. If you're married, you're doing right by your husband. You're holding the household down. You're helping to do what you need to do with the kids and everything. All praises to the Most High for all of the sisters in the truth.
Hey, they shining that
applaud
light.
Y'all.
That's shining that light.
Come on, let's give it up, guys. They doing it for real.
I'ma shout y'all out with every breath in my being, because y'all sisters, listen, man, y'all have been on point. My gripe is when the sisters outside of the truth don't care to hear the message that we're putting out, because just like we were saying earlier, we're the watchmen. We see stuff like this and we point it out and we still get ignored. What mother do you know who has carried a baby for 9 months, 10 months in some cases, actually births this baby and wants to sell them? Or even better yet, talk about not wanting to be a parent at all and having abort. Like, come on. I wish it was a sister that was out in the world right now who's looking at this. I would like to talk to that sister and say, what do you think about this? Do you think that this is right?
We got a sister on stage right now. We can ask the sister on stage right now.
This is one of our sisters who thinks that this is the biggest payday ever. No, the biggest payday ever is when Christ says, "Well done, thy good and faithful servant." That's the biggest payday.
That's right.
Right.
Not this. Hey, my sister, my beautiful sister, Josiah's Rib. What do you got to say about this, sis? What do you think about this?
Y'all, I'm gonna try to stay in the spirit, but y'all don't really want to know what I really want to say about it. It's crazy madness. It's prostitution in the most.
Say that again. You said, did you say prostitution?
In the most deplorable, disgusting way. Like you said, like this is the fruit of your womb. This is the miracle that the Most High blessed your body to give the essence of your being to develop this person, this whole person. They are literally whole people when they come out, like personalities and all. Like it's so disheartening, disgusting, and sad to even read that. And man, may the Most High, wash us from our wickedness and our filthiness, and bless those that need to come back and do this thing right with sincerity and truth. That's
oh, praise, man.
Con, let's get a classic on this. Somebody get Ecclesiastes chapter 7.
And could I also
Isaiah?
What was that?
Did you want that Isaiah too?
That was Kowal's precept.
Kowal, did you already have a precept before me? Slocky, I didn't know. I didn't know.
No, the Isaiah chapter 1 verse 5.
Yeah, go ahead with that, and then somebody else get Ecclesiastes chapter 7.
You mind? Because as we got to expounding upon it, I feel like if we go up to verse 3, like it'll encompass all of.
Yes. Go ahead, pull that out. Yep.
This is the book of Isaiah chapter 1 and verse 3. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib. But Israel doeth not know. My people doeth not consider.
Salakia, this sister did not consider anything but herself. She didn't care about nobody else. She didn't care about the child. She didn't care about the father of the child. She didn't care. This was all about her. Read on.
Just to land me back off of that to the brother's point, when we got brothers in the scriptures that are bringing out these points and expounding upon them, our sisters don't care about that. They don't consider. But verse 4, sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers, children that are corrupters. They have forsaken Yahweh. They have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger. They are gone away backward.
Salakia, if you're wondering why we're under the curses, Isaiah said it plainly. This is why. Argue with me. I dare you.
Please.
Now, I want to bring up a point that Azariah brought up. The question he had is, was she a surrogate, right? So I looked a little deeper, and it is. This was a surrogate, but that don't change anything, right?
It doesn't.
That doesn't change anything, even if she was carrying another child of some, whatever the case may be. Now we see her giving a high five to an Edomite, right? This might be the father or the doctor. I don't know. The point is that let's get Ecclesiastes chapter 7, right?
Could we do
because if she is a surrogate, right? I mean, she's doing it because she's trying to get a bag, right?
Mm-hmm.
Her condition, whatever her lifestyle is not suitable for her. So she feels if I can just have a baby for these people, or if it's her own baby, I can get some money out of this, right? You know, but the thing is that, you know, somebody bring out Ecclesiastes 7 and 7.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7 and verse 7. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart.
Like I said, you know, she's calling this her biggest payday ever. $75,000 ain't really that much money, sister. And and on top of that, for you to be at the behest or the services of our enemy, because think about it, we can look at it, we can look at it this way also. We know that the birth rate of the Edomites is gone, right? You know, they women can't get pregnant, some of the men can't, the seed is dead. You know what I'm saying? So now they're using us to keep them moving, to keep them alive. You know what I'm saying? Working for the devil, right? So either way you look at this is evil, and it's because our sister is in darkness, right? Our sister is in darkness because she believes that cash flow is going to put her in a position where she's able to move up in the world in some aspect. Go ahead.
Let me get the book of Deuteronomy chapter 56 and 57. Sorry, 28 verse 56 and 57. All right. Because this is her mind's corrupted by just getting a payday, right? We brought out a lot of precepts, right? Antonio, you brought out some precepts about this is a similar situation, right? So she doing this so she can eat, I guess, right? Because she having it's a payday. She didn't get all that at one time. At least I don't think so. I think she gets paid over the course of her pregnancy or whatever. And I just ran the numbers. That's equating to about $88,333 per month. That's what she's getting, right? So, okay, but that ain't really gonna buy you much.
No,
you know what I mean?
No.
But the effects that it has to your body will be lasting for the rest of your life.
That's right.
You know, every pregnancy changes a woman, and that's just not and that's not me speaking from my own knowledge. That's me hearing it from other women. It changes them, not only physically but also mentally.
That's right.
You understand? And I hope she realized it can kick in. If it didn't already, she's gonna have a want to know about that baby that she had.
Right.
And it can mess with psychologically. What you going to say, other one?
Get 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 10. Bring that out.
All right,
but that's a classic.
Anyone get the 28 though?
Yeah, I got.
Yeah.
I got you, other one.
Oh, yeah. We didn't get to it. Salakia. My bad. Sorry.
Yeah. Right. Let's read that first.
I'm moving too fast.
I know. I know, but it's cool. Other one. Yeah. Someone bring that up real quick.
Guys, Deuteronomy chapter 28, and can we start at 56?
Yeah, that's what I called 56.
Okay,
57.
And it reads, "The tender and delicate woman among you, which would not peradventure to set the sole of her foot upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness, her eyes shall be evil toward the husband of her bosom, and toward her son, and toward her daughter."
Right. This is one situation, but I don't think that that's this situation here. But this is just for context, right? Go ahead.
God. Verse 57. "And toward her young one that cometh out from between her feet, and toward her children which she shall bear."
Right. So now this is what's going on. Regardless, I don't care what you say. It came out from her. She bared that child.
That's right.
You understand? I don't know if it was in vitro fertilization and they used her womb. I don't care. The fact that she has had a bond with this child for over 9 months, that damn child is just as good as hers in a sense, right? But if they used her egg and they just put his seed inside of it and she had it, guess what? That child is a part of you as well, right? Because that's a makeup from your body that you use to bear that child. Keep going, King.
Continuing in verse 57. And it reads, "For she shall eat them for want of all things secretly in the siege and straitness, wherewith thine enemy shall distress thee in thy gates."
So now she's using a child so she could eat. She's using a child that she birthed so she could eat food, eat the pleasures of this world, whatever. That 75 is her biggest payday ever.
That's right.
Is what this says. So now, even though she will bear a child for profit, right? She don't even care. I don't know if she cares about who this man is or anything like that, right? She's just a hit. There you go. Give me my money. Yo, that's crazy.
Hey, you can look at it you can look at it from this angle too. Is this sister marriage material? Just think if she had a brother was with this woman and she honestly would think about, I mean, I could see her even thinking about selling her own child on the man that she's with. Because of what? Why? Because of the things that's on her mind as opposed to the Most High God's laws. Let's get 1 Timothy chapter 6. Because that's
before we get
Salaka, go ahead.
Nah, you're cool. Before we get that, think about, because you made a point, right? If she would do that for, let's just say for reference, the child ain't hers, really, right? Like it ain't come from an egg nor whatever. The fact that she would do that, use her body to do all that, what else would she do with her body?
Right.
You understand? So to me, I think the sister summed it up. That's prostitution.
Yeah.
She's prostituting her body for a profit.
Yep.
You understand? So that is a great point that she pointed on it. Because I didn't think about it that way either. Okay, you got that one.
Con, yes, get 1 Timothy chapter what I called earlier. Chapter 6. Verse 10.
I got a precept after that too, out of one.
I got one after you.
Con. And we and I, those who are still in the room, we, some of the people did leave. We're about to wrap it up here, but we thank everyone for staying in the room. Hopefully next time we can get more participation and get some of y'all brothers and sisters up on the stage. Don't let Sister Yahaziel be the only one. Come on now, y'all. Don't let her be the only one. This 2 times for her. What y'all doing? You know what I'm saying? All praise to the Most High. 2 times for Sister Yahaziel. And y'all ain't coming up here and helping her out? Come on now. Go ahead. Let's get this going.
Nah, if Captain Aaron was here, this class is gonna be going on for 4 hours. So don't. I don't know why they acting different. They don't be acting different. You gotta take time on these cuts. We gotta take time on them.
Right.
God, this is the book of 1 Timothy chapter 6 and starting at verse 10. And it reads, "For the love of money is the root of all evil."
For the love of money. No, it says for money is the root of all evil.
It says, "For the love of money is the root of all evil."
Can't read.
"Which while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows."
What is this sister going to do with that $75,000?
Give it back to Uncle Sam.
Who knows?
Who's that money going to go back to eventually? She going to be in the same situation she in or worse because she's erred from the faith. She don't know. She's in the dark. She may think that she's winning. She may think that she's coming on top. This is her biggest payday, just to have to do it possibly again within 6 months.
I bought her a rental before she could do that.
You see what I'm saying? That's right. Somebody say something.
I got 2 cold precepts.
Go, let's bring it out.
To land me off of that, let's go into Luke 20 and 24.
All right.
Because we're talking about having that love of money, right? Mm-hmm. And we also know that you can't serve 2 masters.
God.
Right?
So this is Luke chapter 20, verse 24. "Shew me a penny, whose image and subscription hath it."
Is Salakia, is Yahweh's image on any of the money that we have? We also know we ain't supposed to make no graven image of Yahweh. So go on.
Right. They answered and said, "Caesar's."
So at that point, Salaki, go ahead. Keep going. Verse 25.
Verse 25. "And he said unto them, Render therefore unto Caesar the things which be Caesar's."
Salaki. So if you are willing to go outside of yourself, go outside of the Most High's commandments to get this money, then render therefore unto Caesar the things which are Caesar's. Because that's what you're giving your devotion, your works, your time, energy, and effort to. Go on.
"And unto God the things which be God's."
And so we know that the light of the Most High is His law, statutes, and commandments. So if you in opposition to that, render unto what Caesar's.
God.
Right.
God.
And then also to couple with that last one, can I get Matthew 16 and 26? Going back into the point of what is this young lady, Salaki, what is this young lady going to do with the $75,000 that she was awarded for this act?
That's a good precept. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 16 and verse 26. "For what is a man profited if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Or what shall a man give in exchange for his own soul?"
So is your soul worth $75,000?
God.
You
buy a car, right?
Let me show you something too, right? No precepts. I'm gonna just do simple math, right? She got 75,000, right? After Esau attacks her on capital gains, she can be left around $52,500, right? And that's just federal. Then the state she in can hit her again with probably another 8.5, right? Or let's just say 8 for ease of math, $48,300. We ain't even talking Medicare yet. You know what I'm saying? Social Security.
Right.
It says you'd be lucky if you come get over there with $40,000. So $40,000 over a 9-month period. You're making $4,444 a month. What is that gonna do?
Not a damn thing. Now, hey, especially with inflation, especially what's going on in America right now. You know,
what? Just like Antonio said, what would it profit you?
Right. Exactly.
That's crazy.
Exactly. I think we have. I think Keziah had. Did you have a preset also?
Yeah. You had a preset pure, okay?
I mean, not go. I mean, I don't got all the facts. So being a judge is kind of tough. But going off what I see, and I don't want to speak too hasty, and Lord forgive me, if I do. But going to Proverbs 15 and 27.
Proverbs 15
and 27.
So I don't know, you know what I'm saying, what this young lady needed, you know what I'm saying, as far as the money, if she, was, behind or whatever. I'm not really all the way sure. But speaking more to the point,
oh, that's a good one, brother.
When people do certain things for gain, and that's the sole purpose behind it, not so much more so her situation, because I personally don't know what I need to know to make an intelligent decision. But speaking to that particular situation, people doing certain things for gain. Go ahead and run that, please. Whoever got it.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 15 and verse 27. He that is greedy of gain troubleth his own soul. Slakia. He that is greedy of gain troubleth his own house.
Slakia. Now that is the spirit though, because that could be double fold. Your own house, according to 2nd Ezra 14:13, could be you. It says, get your house together. You got to get yourself together first, that body. So it could bring her trouble overall. Just being greedy for gain. Hopefully it doesn't. Go ahead.
But he that hateth gifts shall live.
So gifts, bribes, money, what have you. Because when you do, I guess set that boundary to not do certain things or what have you, then you can't be moved or persuaded, so to speak. So yeah, I'm not really sure what the sister did. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying. I don't know. I'm gonna hold my tongue on that. But just going to more so the point of saying people doing things for gain, greedy gain, it just never works out for us ever. So be aware of that and always think of the end, and you'll never do amiss as it pursues in the book of Sirach. But I yield though.
Con. All praises to the Most High. Hey, y'all. I think this was good. We're going to have more of these barbershop talks. I pray that everyone was edified. I know I was. Enlightened, right, with the word of truth. Want to thank Sister Haziel for coming on again. Hey, and she got one up on all of y'all in the chat. She got one up on all of y'all. I'm just letting y'all know. 2 times. Two times. All right. But all praise to the Most High. We're going to go ahead and let y'all go. But before we go, I want to remind everyone that any brothers who want to put the work and do the work with Anointed House of Saints, you can do so by sending us your interest right through email, anointedhos@gmail.com. Make sure in the subject line that you let us know that you'd like to be a part of the prospect phase. Also, any sisters who want to do the work with us brothers, because we can't get this kingdom without you. You know what I'm saying? You want to do the sisters ministry, do the same thing. Send us your interest in email, anointedhos@gmail.com. All right. Also want to remind everyone that, we have classes throughout the week. Want to say Salakia for last night's Friday Night Focus. We had some issues going on with the with StreamYard and YouTube. It would not let us stream. Matter of fact, there was some type of 24-hour period of outages in this region, United States region. So we apologize for that, but we will be back next Friday. So remember, Milk Monday's coming up. We did not have Milk Monday last week. Be looking forward to having Milk Monday this week, along with the other classes. So please attend. Tell your families, tell your friends. Come get edified, right? Come hear the words of the Most High, right? All right. So we can find out how we can get up out of this captivity, right? So we can learn and prepare ourselves for these things that are going on. Breaking news is every day, right? Every day we get closer. Every day we get closer. That means it's time for you to get your house in order. All right? Get your house in order. Right? All right. So let me see. I was going to do a shout out, but we've been on here almost 3 hours. All praises. You know what I'm saying? The spirit was moving today. I think Captain Haran be hey, y'all did a great job. You enjoyed it. You know what I'm saying? We done beat out his record.
Y'all trying to,
He can't.
y'all trying
Look,
to,
he can't boast
y'all
no
trying,
more. He
Don't
can't boast no
Brian,
more.
y'all provoke ironic.
I was about to say, don't
jealousy
do
now.
Yeah, don't do that.
Right. All praise to the Most High. So hey, so we gonna do this, and we want to say salute. I'm Officer Knock. Y'all get your name, Officer Knock. Come on, y'all. What y'all doing? I'm Officer Knock. Come on, Banyamin. We gonna end this class. Go right along. Go right along the screen, Banyamin. All right, this is Officer Knock with Officer Banyamin, Soldier Kawal, Soldier Keziah. Hey,
yes.
Keziah's help, Sister Haziel, and Soldier Antonio. We are the Anointed House of Saints. Thank you again for joining us for another Sabbath Brew for the Barbershop series. And until next time, everybody. Oh, you know what?
Daniel 7:18.
Yep. Thank you. Thank you.
Bring that out.
Thank you, brother.
Man. It's the book of Deuteronomy, the book of Daniel, chapter 7, verse 18. But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever.
Hashem, Mashiach, Howard Shai. Let's hear that roar, right? We're going to hear that roar. All praises to the Most High.
Yeah.
All right. Shalom, everybody.
Shalom.
Family, man, get some rest, man.
Hey, I ain't get on no radio, dog.
This is not a test.
Black skin, black sauce, black Jesus, black music, black skin, black sauce, black Jesus, black music, black skin, black sauce, black Jesus, black music, black skin, black sauce, black Jesus, black music.